Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Heat Ray Vision podcast. Tonight I got myself, Facto, also known as CN6, and with me I got Jazzy.
What up?
And we got somebody back.
Back from the dead.
Back from the dead.
Yeah, he was
Evil
MIA.
Dead Rise.
Evil Hav Rise.
Evil Hav Rise. We got Hav back.
You know what? I just said
Hav
Evil
strikes back.
Hav Rise, and it kind of sounds like Evil Hot Fries.
Evil Hot Fries, even better. Hot Fries, man. I love Hot Fries. But yeah, Hav is back, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
Hav, you want to give like a quick little explanation, man? What's going on, bro?
Nah, I've just
Like-
been busy with like family shit and
Yeah.
just other stuff that's been going on the last couple of weeks, so I missed out on reviewing Smile 2 and Joker.
yeah.
I sent Hector my mini review for Joker 2. I was like, hey man, I don't know if you want.
And I was gonna mention this right now, like that. Yeah, you sent me the review and I forgot. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I know he
forgot.
said that he had forgotten to read it on the pod. I guess you guys were meant to read it on the silent what's it called? Smile.
Was it Smile?
I thought it was Joker.
Was it? No. It
Well,
was,
no, because I hadn't seen it yet.
Or was it
I saw
Terrifier? It was maybe
was-
Terrifier.
It's one of those two movies.
But it was one of those two. But I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot. So I told Hav, "Yo, Hav, you could read it out." But I was thinking,
Yeah.
we should probably save that till the end.
No, yeah, we can save
Yeah.
it. Well, I mean, it's just literally, I'm just gonna read it and that's it.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine. He could read it real quick and give his take. But before we say that, before we get into it, man, we're gonna be reviewing Venom 3: The Last Dance. Holy shit, The Last Dance. One last ride.
The ending.
How dare they use the Michael Jordan shit? How dare they use that shit?
Hey, man.
Oh, they did, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that like their slogan or something? Oh no, like the movie or something.
That was the
that
documentary that
documentary.
they came out with. It's on Netflix. I started the first episode.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, but yeah, guys, Venom 3: The Last Dance, and I'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Apple, Spotify. We're back on Spotify. We're good.
Bet.
SoundCloud and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at Heat Revision Podcast or go to heatrevisionpodcast.com. You're gonna see all of our links for there. Make sure you join the Discord. Type a link in the description. Come chat with us. All right, Hav. It's been a minute, and actually, shout out to Ramiro because Ramiro, I think, hit me up. I think it was yesterday, bro. He's like, "Yo, bro, not to hate y'all or anything. Like, I fuck with you and Jazzy, but I noticed that, Hav has been missing, man. Where he at?" And I'm like, "Listen, man, just say you don't fuck with us, bro. Just say that, man." And he's like, "Nah, man." He's like, "Nah." He's like, "Nah, man." It's like it's not like that. I fuck with y'all. It's just y'all didn't mention anything, so I figured like, oh, did something happen to him or whatever? I'm like, nah, bro. Yeah, he's coming back, bro. He's coming back for Venom 3 and also the Penguin episode 5, which we're gonna do that after this review. But yeah, he's back, guys. It's just he's been busy with work, family stuff. Things will go back to normal pretty soon. But yeah, okay, Hav, your quick Joker.
My
2
thoughts
review.
on Joker
Yeah.
2,
And
the
your
movie
rating.
that by now no one cares about anymore.
Dude, that shit coming out.
Yeah.
I think it already released on digital.
Yeah,
didn't
it's
it?
coming out
is.
soon.
I think it already
It
came
either
out,
is
right?
or it's really like in a week or two.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
It flopped.
And
It's not even a month.
And the box office numbers flopped
Flopped
hard as
hard.
hell.
I saw that,
If I'm not
too.
mistaken, didn't the first one make $1 billion?
$1 billion, bro.
It did, right? I'm not tripping on that. Yeah, so
This one is like what, 200 mil or something?
Around there.
I think so. I think it was like
2 or 3.
40 million domestically on the opening weekend, which is severely low.
Yeah, for a movie like that.
Yeah, bro.
But all right.
Okay, so honestly, bro, just to keep it like short, because I want to get into Venom, because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Especially in the spoiler section, I have a lot more I want to talk about this Venom movie. So I'm just literally gonna read my prompt as I wrote it when I sent
All
it
right.
to you,
Yeah.
just to keep it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep it quick. So I'm just gonna read it like how I have it typed. I ended up leaving the movie theater thinking the movie wasn't great. And that is a shame because I really love the first movie, and I recently rewatched it in preparation for this movie, and I still consider the first Joker to be a 10 out of 10. I'm going to put that out there in the universe so that people know. Addressing the elephant in the room, the movie being marketed as a musical was an angle I was not expecting, but open to. A positive I can say about the musical aspect is that Lady Gaga, to my surprise, Joaquin Phoenix both have amazing voices, and they deliver their singing really well. That is where my positives end, though. Aside from maybe 1 or 2 musical numbers, the musical aspect in the film felt out of place and sometimes forced. you would be watching a scene between Joker and Harley, and mid-conversation, one of them would just bust out singing like it came out of nowhere, which took me out of the film every time it happened.
Yeah.
Another positive I can say is that the film has great cinematography, just like the first film, and I do believe Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix have do really good in their acting roles.
Yep, that's true.
Mm-hmm. To mention off a few more negatives, this movie didn't feel focused. I felt like I was watching the plot of about 2 or 3 different movies combined into one. I have a movie of Joker and Harley, and it being a love story. But it's also a musical. But it's also a court drama. But it's also a psychological character piece about mental illness. It felt like as though Todd Phillips had all these ideas for a sequel and didn't know how to properly weave them together, and he just threw shit onto a script and said, here you go.
Yeah.
The film was marketed to be a love story between Harley and Joker, and even the plot point didn't feel prominent. Kind of felt like it was in the background. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The direction in which the story goes made me feel like they should have gone with the comics where Joker corrupts Harley's mind, and that's not what happened in the movie. All of this in mind leading up to one of the most unfulfilling endings I've ever seen in a superhero movie, which not only dishonored all the fans who loved the first film, but is also a fuck you to literally anything that happened in the first film. Right? You're left to believe whether the first film is even good anymore because of the decisions Phillips took with the second film and how it ends. At the end of the day, I had a feeling this Joker movie wouldn't be as good as the first when I saw the first couple trailers, but I was open to giving it a shot. After sitting through 2 hours of pointless musical numbers, an unfocused plot, and one of the worst endings to a movie I've seen in 2024, I've completely given up in Todd Phillips when it comes to making sequels.
Damn.
He fucked up the second Hangover movie, and he's fucked up this one.
Damn.
It's an evil world we live in because the real Joker was me all along for going to see this fucking mess.
Damn.
I wouldn't, and then, because I have that thing, right, where it's like, would you watch it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I would not rewatch this movie, and it's not worth a movie ticket. Wait till it's on HBO Max, because this bitch is a 5 out of 10.
Damn. Oh, shit.
All right,
Okay, how we
I need
agree
to
on
write
the
that
score?
down.
I think I gave it a 5. Yeah, I gave it a 5 as well. Mario, what did you give it? 4. I think Mario gave it a 4. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
But
Mario
you can
gave
write
it
that
4.
down. So I'm giving it a 5.
That's crazy, man. It's just... And, like, I just hate the fact that it's kind of, like, the ending, bro. You're left to presume, oh, you see? Like, I get the message, bro. Look, it was not... He wasn't the Joker. He was Arthur all along.
And it's like...
The real Joker's that motherfucker.
Right, yeah.
That's cutting himself up.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
ooh, you see what I did there? He was Arthur all along, and nobody fucks. Like, I get it, guys. I just don't like it. You know what I mean? I just don't like it. Even though, like, because some people, when you criticize stuff like that, they will say, "Oh, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. This is too cinema for you." Yeah, like The Last of Us type
Yeah,
shit. But it's like, no,
I agree with that.
But like, we get it. We just don't like it. We just don't, man. But anyway, it is what it is, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
man.
Joker 2. That's insane. That's going on my list of like most disappointing movies.
Disappointing. It may not be the worst, but
May
it
not be
wasn't-
the worst. No, we
Yeah.
had some really bad ones, man. We actually had some
Yeah,
bad ones.
because like if you guys remember HRV
My word's
Awards,
still there. That's not
Yeah.
changed.
if you guys remember HRV Awards last year, we had obviously a worst movie of the year, but also a disappointing movie, which aren't necessarily the same movie. It's just one movie that we had high expectations for and it like disappointed us.
Yeah.
That's different from being the worst movie of the year.
yeah, for
so like I said, I don't know about you guys. I don't know if Joker would be the worst movie for you guys of this year, but
Nah.
disappointing. I think
For sure.
I think it's there for me until
Yeah.
who knows, Craven's around the corner.
Yikes.
Then again, that would mean I have expectations.
That's
for
facts. I don't have
Craven.
any expectations.
No, I
like
don't.
that for
You know what
Craven.
would be though? Because it's a movie I'm looking forward to. Nosferatu.
Ooh.
If that one ended
Yeah, that
up being
trailer
mid,
sold me a
no,
lot.
right? But if it ends up being like mid, I'll be like, bro.
And it's
That would be
by
disappointing.
Robert Eggers, bro.
Yeah.
The dude that
Did
did
The
the Northman, and the other one's The Lighthouse. The other ones I haven't
that
seen.
one.
The Northman. Don't listen to that review, but I always bring it up, bro. That's like the number one.
That's our second review, I
Dude,
think.
it'd be funny if like,
Second
we
or
did like
third.
if we did like a tier list of our pods, bro,
Uh-huh.
and put them like where we think, oh yeah, that was like actually a good pod and like all that shit. The Northman is like in the bottom, bro. I think that had to be that one. Ooh, that was tough. Either it's that one or Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was pretty bad.
Yeah, man. We didn't do that justice. All three of us are on there.
That theater was just shitty, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That theater was shitty, bro. The seats were super close, super small. The audio was weird. Like I remember when we got up, there were some people I don't know if you heard, but there's some people in front of us saying, "Oh, yo, it was kind of hard to hear." Like, I just couldn't hear the dialogue sometimes, bro. I don't know. Some dude had in front of us had captions and shit. I should have just read those. Like,
yeah. Upon rewatching it, bro.
Upon rewatching it for sure.
When it came out on digital, I rented it and I just watched it. Dude, it like hit better.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and it hit better, and that's why I'm kind of upset. Like, that review is like, all right, well. Anyway, Venom. Let's get into it, man. Fucking Venom: The Last Dance,
bro. All right, so Venom. We knew this movie was coming. This movie was delayed. I think it was supposed to come out earlier in the year, and it got pushed because they did reshoots. They did reshoots in this movie, and the reshoot. Well, I guess it would kind of spoil the movie, so I won't talk about what the reshoots were. But yeah, we were supposed to get this movie earlier. They ended up delaying it a couple months. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Before I want to. Did we ever review Let There Be Carnage?
No,
right?
I checked. That released October of 2021, bro.
Oh shit, we just missed it then.
We just missed it.
So okay, well before we talk about Venom 3, just quick thoughts. Do you guys remember the first two Venom movies, and what did you guys think of those?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I kind of rarely remember them. I'm gonna be honest. Because I just saw them once.
I was about to say I forgot when I didn't see Venom 1 in theaters. I think I saw that like on a website. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. But I remember thinking Venom 1 was okay. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know anything about him, but that was pretty cool, right? And then 2 I saw with, I don't know if you were there. You were for sure there. But I saw Venom. No, you were there because then you guys didn't enjoy the second movie. But I think I was like the nicest out of us 3 on that movie.
Probably.
Yeah, but I remember you guys did not like Venom 2 because you were disappointed in how they used Carnage.
And at the time, I wasn't even a reviewer, bro. I was still
that was just Hector being mad as hell.
Yeah, bro. I was just like, what the fuck am I watching, man? Like, come on.
Yeah, dude.
But go on, Mario.
No, that was pretty much it. I saw both movies once. I never went back to them.
Do you remember enough to rate them? If you give a rating?
If I were to give the first one, I would probably give maybe like a 6.
I knew it.
The second one I'd probably give like a 5.
Okay.
Interesting. Because he said he was the nicest one of us.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Because I would not give the second one a 5. I'll be honest.
I think it was very average. And obviously, I'm not gonna save my third one.
Yeah, save it.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it.
No, yeah.
Dude, one thing for sure is like Mario. I feel like either he really likes the movie or he really dislikes him, bro. Like it's kind of rare for him to give him like a 5.
A middle.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's always like a 4 or 3.
Yeah, bro. He gave Longlegs a 10.
Longlegs was 10, and then we saw the Terrifier movies. By the way, Hav, you should check them out.
I know. I heard they're good.
You should.
Well,
how do I explain?
They're good in aspects. And
if you listen to our Terrifier 3 review, we dive deeper into it. Is like, it's basically the first 2 movies are like very campy and stuff. Okay, that's all I gotta say. The first movie, I think I gave a 5. Right?
Wow.
First
really?
Movie. The second one, I think I gave a 6, and then the third one, I gave a 7. So my opinion, I do think that those movies got better with each one. And I guess just listen to our review. I'm gonna be now.
I guess Hav just fucking listen to it.
Yeah, just
honestly,
bro, because we're gonna be here another like 20 minutes.
I was about to
Hector sends me a piece of paper. It's like, what is this? The URL link to our review. Oh, okay.
Like he airdrops you the YouTube video.
Yeah. No, because here's the thing, Hav. Here's the thing. The reason why people like these movies is because I'm not gonna lie to you, the gore. The gore and the kills is nothing I've seen before, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. It surpasses the Scream kills. It surpasses. I would say even Michael Myers type shit, bro.
Yeah, that's facts,
and Jason, bro.
But I've also heard that the movies are comedic, and that's kind of like the element in the movie.
Yes, it also is comedic, but at least for me, there were some comedic parts I actually laughed at. Mario, like when we did the watch party, he would catch me laughing. But there were some parts where I just wasn't laughing. Like sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. The way the first movie, like the actors and like the plot and just how everything is together, it just wasn't really well done to me. It felt like just a mediocre movie. The only reason, like the only highlights for me was the kills, and that's pretty much it. And then the acting and the writing and actual production actually increase with each movie.
Gotcha.
Which that's why I increased like my rating, because I enjoyed them a lot more. And you get the notion of like, okay, I understand what this movie's about, type shit. I could just turn off my brain a little bit. Like, I know what it is. And once you see the first movie came out in 2016, but it feels like an early 2000 movie.
Oh shit.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
So watch them. Who knows? Maybe you might be like in the other category where you actually really love them. Me personally, I think they weren't. I didn't think they were bad. I just thought like, I think they're fair and they got better with each one. 7. The third one I gave a 7, which I do think it's a good slasher. It's a good horror slasher where it's like put it on Halloween time. It's actually solid. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Yeah, you should watch them.
All right, I'll check them out, bro. I'll make time for them. We'll see. But okay, what are your thoughts on the first 2 Venom movies, if you remember them?
If I remember watching the first one, and I thought that I didn't think it was terrible. I also didn't think it was like great or like amazing. I thought that there was potential.
Yes, there was. Absolutely.
You know, I thought that there was definitely potential, and I was looking forward to the second one. Okay, you know, they could expand this. It's not over.
Because the post-credit scene teased Carnage. It
Yes.
teased Cletus Cassidy in the post-credit scene.
Yes. So I was looking forward to the second one. I'm like, you know what? There is some potential in this movie, and this series, this franchise, man. Like, I want to see more, and hopefully they knock it out of the park. But once the second movie came out, I knew it was done. I was all right. It's over. You know, there's no.
I think there's
no coming back.
I think the second Venom movie.
Mario's laughing at me right now
Because I don't know, but I think the second Venom movie was the one that like killed it for me.
Yeah, me
not
too.
just Venom, but I think the Sony universe as a whole.
Yes,
Because
that's true.
Venom 2, did it come out before Morbius?
Yes, it
Yeah,
did.
it did.
It came
Morbius
out
came out in 2022.
Did we review that one?
Wait,
did we?
We did review Morbius.
Then yeah,
It was
came
2022.
Yeah.
Yes, it came out. Yeah, Venom 2 came out before Morbius.
Oh, you know what? No. Well, I don't know, because I remember the movie, because like I'm in the same boat with Hector. I thought the first one was meh, but it did have potential.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of Venom 1 was, I think Venom itself was pretty good until they decided to worsen him as the movies went on. Like, his voice actually was Venom in the first movie, whereas now he acts more goofy and shit. I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy, when I heard he was cast as Eddie Brock, I was like, that's fire. But Eddie Brock even acts kind of goofy in the way he talks.
And I feel like he
looks around.
changed. I feel like he changed. They changed his character as well. Like,
I mean,
way
in the
he
first
acts.
movie, no, in the first movie, he was kind of same goofy. He was kind of the same way.
But
In the first
Really?
movie, he still had those scenes where he was kind of goofy and
Just
shit.
so long.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
okay.
But a part of me, I think, understood that Tom Hardy, bro, is a great actor, and I think he kind of read the script and realized it was kind of campy, maybe a little bit. It was like, it's not the greatest. So he's like, I'm gonna act the way that the script is written. Like, I'm gonna like be the I'm gonna act the same way the script is written. So he acts in that same campiness that kind of the movie's going for, in a sense, I feel like. So, but even then, I'm like, that's not Eddie Brock, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I know from the comics, the cartoons, I'm like, that's not Eddie Brock. There was more potential for Venom, especially with the sequel, since they teased Carnage. But I just found it to be kind of like an okay movie. The villain Riot, remember Riot? It was a gray Venom, gray symbiote.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, y'all forgot till I mentioned it. Point proven. Like,
That's
that
facts,
movie's
man.
just
It was
kinda
forgettable.
mid. And like, I didn't really find the villain menacing or whatever, so I just thought it was okay. But I was like, you know what, man? They can't fuck up Carnage, because Carnage is the shit, Mario. You have to understand, Carnage is not just a red Venom. It's not just the red symbiote. Like, Carnage in the comics is a bloodthirsty, murderous bastard. This dude is psychotic. Like, this motherfucker, and it's like the Carnage symbiote is like super evil. It's evil as they come, and its symbiosis is whatever, like, it combines with a serial killer, this red-headed serial killer whose name is Cletus Cassidy, right? We saw him in the movie, and Cletus Cassidy is an actual psychotic evil serial killer. Like, this dude murdered his grandmother when he was a kid, bro. This motherfucker, like, was in prison and shit. Like, he's like, you saw in the movie, he was in a straitjacket. Like, this dude is actually crazy. So you put the most evil person in the world with what the most evil symbiote of all of them, and you get Carnage. And Carnage is fucking, like, he is on another level of evil. You know what I mean? Like, he would put slashers like Jason and Michael Myers to fucking rest, bro. This dude is another level. And that's why I had a feeling the second movie was going to be flop. Because knowing how Carnage is in the comics and shit, when I heard that Let There Be Carnage would be PG-13, I'm like, they're not going to do Carnage justice. Because why is it going to be PG-13? We're not going to see Carnage do crazy shit. Now, granted, there were some scenes with Carnage that were cool, but being PG-13, there was not as much blood as I would have liked. There was not enough violence as I would have liked, and the whole thing was like, Venom and Carnage showdown. They're gonna fight. It's gonna be cool. And the fight doesn't happen till the very end of the movie.
And
so
it was
I had
so underwhelming.
Yeah, bro. And then I had to sit through an hour and 20 minutes of just Venom preparing eggs and ketchup, and like it was just fucking stupid. Eddie and Venom, quote unquote, breaking up, and Venom going out and doing his own thing, and he's at a rave and shit.
Yeah.
While Eddie's
right.
remember that shit?
Yeah.
He's got the little like glowy necklace
glow
and shit.
sticks, yeah.
Yeah. And Venom's out, or Eddie Brock's out there in a side plot that was irrelevant as fuck, and the fight at the end between Venom and Carnage was not all that fulfilling, and I'm just like, really, bro? And this is probably, and it hurts me to say that this will probably be the only time we'll see a live action Carnage, and the fact that this is the mulligan that he gets, I'm like, oh my god, bro, there's no way. I really hope there's some multiverse reboot bullshit, because I need to see Carnage and Venom both be done justice, because what these movies offered were not it. So
what do you rate the first one?
the first Venom movie I'd probably give like a 5. It's fair. It's like, it's okay. Like, I guess if you want to watch it, whatever. Venom 2 I think is like around the same as for the first Venom movie, but I think I'm more salty in the fact that they didn't do Carnage justice, and the movie being marketed as Venom versus Carnage, and that doesn't happen until the end of the movie, so you're sitting through an hour and 20 minutes of just filler. Bumps it down a point for me, so I would give the second one a 4.
Yeah.
So that mixed in with the awfulness that was Morbius, those were the movies that was my trilogy where I was like, this Sony universe is going absolutely nowhere. Then we had Madam Web. Then we had actually that was it, right? It was just those 4 movies.
And did you say Morbius?
Morbius, the
Madam
Venom, the 2 Venom movies, and Madam Web. Yeah, we haven't got Craven yet, and then Venom 3's today. Craven's December, but I think those movies and mixed with Morbius is what put the nail in the coffin. I was like, these movies are not going to go anywhere. So when Madam Web was coming out, I'm like, it's not going to be good. When Venom 3 was coming out, I'm like, it's not going to be good. When Craven got announced, I was like, it's not going to be good. When El Muerte got announced with Bad Bunny, I'm like, it's not going to be good. Like, all these movies are not going to be good. And I'm not trying to sound like a hater because, like, oh, you just don't like him because Spider-Man's not in it. Trust me, Spider-Man can't even save this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Is that what's his name? The Black Noir? Is that Sony?
That's a good question, Mario.
No. Actually,
like
it's Amazon.
Well, like it's being released
funded
on Amazon
Oh.
Prime. But like he's
still
asking,
Sony.
is the Spider-Man Noir show
in the universe
in the same universe as all these Sony movies, Venom,
Probably
Morbius,
not,
all that?
man.
I don't think it is.
Probably
it might be
not.
its own thing. Speaking of, did you see those set photos?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up
raw.
because I saw
He looks raw.
the
And
suit
you know
looked
what's
cool.
funny is that it looks like the one from Across the Spider-Verse. So
Yeah,
I think
it
it's going to be the
literally
same
is.
one, and it's voiced by Nicolas Cage, who voiced him in the movie. So that's cool. But no, I don't know, Mario. I think it's going to be its own separate thing.
Hopefully it's good.
Even if it was connected, Mario, technically speaking, Spider-Man Noir takes place in the 1940s, so it wouldn't even be connected to Venom and Morbius. Like, even if it was, it's way too much in the past. Like, this is like when Al Capone was popping, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man, so all of this, what we just discussed, now we're leading up to Venom 3. I personally, I didn't even see a trailer. And I knew I wasn't going to like Venom 3. There was just no way I was going to like Venom 3. Even though, okay, I'm ashamed to admit this. I had no hopes for Venom 3. I was like, it's not going to be good. But there was a tiny glimmer of hope where I'm like, it might be cool. Because he was in No Way Home. And he's in the MCU, right? And then, like, you know, because, like, that whole, like, post-credit scene. But then in the post-credit scene, we saw Venom, Eddie, fade back to his universe. Yeah. Right, but he left the symbiote on the bar, like on the bar. You remember, like, No Way Home? I'm assuming you guys remember that post-credit scene, right? Where he leaves a little bit of the symbiote at the bar. So part of me was like, oh, who knows, right? But when I saw the first trailer and it's Eddie back in his Sony universe, I'm like, okay, well, then that glimmer is gone now. So I had a feeling I wasn't going to like this movie before it came out. Were you guys on the same boat as that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were like...
Because I didn't like Carnage, man. I didn't like the Venom 2, so I'm like, all right, man.
You're like,
Another
who cares?
Venom. Yeah, and then this is after we saw Morbius and Madam Web, and it's like,
and
bro,
just...
Morbius I gave a 4, and then Madam Web I gave a 3, bro.
Yeah.
It's not looking too good, bro. The only, so far from the Sony verse, all this shit, the only movie that is, I guess, that I enjoyed more out of all of them is the first Venom movie. Mm-hmm. And even then, it wasn't even great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I enjoyed them a lot more than those. And dude, you know what? That's because Morbius, we were still early on the review and shit. Yeah. I remember, I think Hot gave that one a 1.
Yeah, that was his lowest rated everything. I swear.
Yeah, bro, I gave it a 1. I think
crazy.
I was being a little too harsh on it, looking back.
No, that's fair. That's fair, bro. We made some mistakes. Like I think Mario and I gave Lightyear an 8, bro. That's way too
remember
high.
that.
Yeah,
Keep in mind,
probably
all these
7.
reviews are our first year reviewing. We're guppies.
No, I was a little harsh because, like, I think after watching Venom and Venom 3 and no, actually,
would you put them on the same level? Man?
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Was Morbius worse than Carnage? I mean, okay, yeah, I will say I think it was worse. Worse than Madam Web? No. So that's where I'm kind of like, all right, I was a little harsh on
okay, so it's like okay, if you were to change it now, like a 3 to 4.
If I gave it, well, I said I gave it a 1.
You gave it a 1, bro.
I think I would give Madam Web a 2.
Oh shit! Did he give him a 2?
I can check.
Or a 3? I think it was
actually, like around 3 or 2.
Yeah, you did give it a 3.
But I'm in that area, 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Then in that case, Morbius to me would probably be like a 3.
You gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3.
You gave it a 3. Me and Hav gave it a 2.
Morbius?
No, Madam Web.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Madam Web. I gave it. 3.
Yeah, I would give Morbius like a 4 then. Bro, that would mean
I gave it.
That
Morbius
would mean
a 4
it's in the same level as
Carnage.
Then no, I'd give it a 3.
That's fair.
Yeah, bro, because Morbius was just kind of like whatever. But I agree with I agree with Hector. I think the best movie on here was the first Venom, and even then, like, I gave it 5.
Yeah, it wasn't even.
It was just kind of like whatever, right? But I think once again, the second time that Venom 3 duped me, right, is that I started to develop another tiny glimmer of hope that the movie might be good or might at least be somewhat cool. Hector didn't know this. I know you for sure didn't know this. Is that when the second trailer for Venom 3 came out, it teased Null. We see Null in the trailer.
I'm gonna be honest. If I saw that trailer, I would have been like, "Yeah, this shit's gonna be ass."
Really?
I think so, man. Because I'm like, it's gonna be another Because here's the thing: what I would have thought is another Carnage situation. And to be honest, if we're gonna be honest, like, well, is it really? Okay, I'm gonna just keep it safe.
Let's keep it safe.
I'm not gonna say anything. But all I'm like, what they did with Carnage, bro. I thought that's what was gonna happen here, and I'm like, all right, well, there's no point, man. I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't care. If I would have seen that trailer and I saw Null was a tease, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be another Carnage situation where they're just gonna do him dirty and whatever the fuck. So,
and honestly, I did notice him, but not when I only
Really?
noticed it because when I saw it on the internet,
Oh.
it said who it was. But here's the thing:
you didn't know who he was.
I didn't know who he was, but I'm like, oh, this is some major baddie. That's all I know.
Some major badass.
Right? And then, but here's the thing: I didn't get hyped for it because of what you guys Venom 2. I was like, well, I don't give a fuck. They're probably gonna ruin this motherfucker ass. Like, I don't even care.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So I wasn't even hyped.
So when I saw him for the first time while watching the movie, I'm like, what the fuck?
Null's
like,
in this?
All right. So I guess.
Because Null Mario is like, he's a lot of things, right? Like, people have called him a bunch of shit. Yeah. But it's like, to put it easier, like the easiest one I could just pick, right? He is the god of the symbiotes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I
is,
picked that up from the movie.
And not only that, but
no,
like,
in the movie, I'm gonna be honest. In the movie, they do actually explain.
Yeah, I was going to say they explain it. So
they
that's why I
do
picked
give
it
it
up.
like literally like a quick little backstory. And in the comics, bro, this dude's OP, girl. This dude is business. This dude is
He's really OP.
is a world-ending fucking threat, bro. Like, he's Thanos level. You know what I mean?
Avengers level threat.
Yes,
yeah.
bro.
Everybody,
Yeah,
bro.
Everybody.
All right.
For like
Everybody.
Thanos, dude. Like, everyone pulling up, even
Thanos, like, man, fuck it, let's team up.
right. But,
Silver Surfer's joining up, bro. Like, yo,
Hell no.
what's up? Y'all need me, but
I traveled 300 light years to get here. I heard Null pulling up.
No.
No, I know we're making jokes, but Null is business.
All right.
So when I saw him in the trailer, I'm like, what the fuck? Now, here's the thing, right? Knowing Sony, knowing how they edit their trailers, knowing what they like to do to kind of like hook us, right? A part of me was like, oh shit, Null is in the trailer. And I was like, knowing Sony, this is either the last shot of the entire movie or it's a post-credit scene. So I don't think they're gonna, because like if Null was really a character, they would show him more in the trailer, and they don't. They don't. So I was like, this is either the last shot of the movie, which is so funny. for 10 plus years, Sony will, in the trailer, it shows you the last shot of the movie. It's such a fucking weird thing that they do. So it's like, it's either the last shot or it's the post-credit scene, right? Anybody remember Vulture in Morbius? You saw him you saw Vulture, Michael Keaton, right, from Homecoming. Yeah. You see him in the Morbius trailer.
And we saw Spider-Man, didn't we?
No, there was a poster like in an alley of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, there was like a graffiti, and then in the movie they edited that shit out. Or whatever.
That's bitches,
that's
bro.
Yeah.
Criminal,
dude.
bro.
That's illegal. That's
criminal,
illegal, bro.
That's criminal.
I don't know.
I think you know what. I'm just starting to think maybe
we could sue.
That might no. I think I think around that time there was like probably some legal battle about shit like that.
Mm-hmm. And this was around the same time that like No Way Home was
doing that,
stirring up and shit, bro. So there was a lot of question as to whether or not this Sony universe belongs to Toby. Because remember the whole thing where it's like, there's no Spider-Man in this universe, so it's like, whose universe could this be? And there was rumors about how it could be Andrew's universe. Yep. Like a lot of people were pioneering that it was Andrew's universe, right? Yeah. A lot of people were saying maybe it could be Toby, and then seeing Toby's Spider-Man in a poster in the background in a Morbius trailer sparked a lot of interest, sparked a lot of talk on the internet. And then when we saw the movie and you saw the shot that you saw in the trailer, that the poster's not there anymore. And so a lot of people were like, what are we doing? Right? But anyways, the point that I'm trying to make, sorry, I know. Yeah. The point that I was trying to make. So in the trailer for Morbius, we saw Vulture. And then when we saw Morbius, Vulture was a post-credit scene. So I'm not gonna, so when I saw Null, I'm like, this is either the last shot of the movie, like literally it's the last shot and then it's credits, or it's a post-credit scene. So I was like, oh shit, Null, right? But I knew he was gonna be a big player. So part of me was like, this movie still might just be mid, because I don't think Null's gonna be a big part of it. But either way, all of this to say that I didn't have high expectations for this movie, and I know you guys didn't either. Now that we've seen it,
let's talk about the goods and the bad.
Yeah. So expectations wise, is it what you expected?
It's what I expected.
Yeah. Okay.
It's what I expected.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't. Surprisingly, I thought it'd be worse. I was like,
that's true.
I was like, maybe it won't meet my expectations, and it's actually going to be worse than I thought. But no.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be worse than Carnage, but no, it turns out they're equally bad, man. Yeah. Like they're equally just not good, you know. So I guess let's talk about the negatives that we have here. Do you want to? What do you have? Do you want to?
I mean, I mean, well, here's the thing. The first negative that I can think of, even though this trailer for a tiny, quick second, right, shows us a glimpse of Null. We were watching the movie. I think we were halfway through the movie, Mario, or maybe a little more than halfway. And I literally turned to Hector. I go, "Yo, Hector, I got a question." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Who's the villain?" And we started laughing. Because this movie doesn't have an actual villain. I guess you could say Null's the villain. Because the plot of the movie, I'm going to just get the synopsis out the way, right? The movie is basically that you get a glimpse of like Null in the movie, right? Which is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Null is, for reasons that we can't get into because of spoilers, is looking for Venom. He's looking for the symbiote. And so he sends a bunch of these monsters and demon things from his home world to go after Venom, to retrieve him, because he holds the key to something, right? He is the key to this thing, right? So the movie is literally Eddie and Venom on the run from both the government because of the events of Let There Be Carnage, and also these fucking monster things that are coming from Venom's home world. They have come and found him, like in the trailer, right? Eddie, my world, they found us. And so they're on the fucking run. While he's on the run, based on the trailer, he's also hitchhiking with these hippie people. And then he somehow ends up in Vegas. And then somehow Chiwetel Ejiofor's character's in this shit too. And it's like... And so that's pretty much the movie. If I didn't do a very good job explaining it, that's because the plot's fucking messy as it is.
Yeah.
But...
And we're trying to keep it non-spoiler.
That's true, because because we want to get into that. But yeah, this movie I felt like didn't have a true villain. I guess the villain are the monsters going after Venom, and even then, like the monsters in design is cool, and when it would like eat people, it was cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like there was actually like stakes in the movie, and I think it's and obviously there were stakes because I mean spoilers, we can't get into it, but Venom is literally the key to something bigger that's happening in the movie. So there were stakes. The reason I didn't feel them is because the last two movies in this trilogy have not done a good job in me investing in the characters. So I don't know. There was nothing for me to hook onto this movie. One being that there was no big villain. You know what I mean? Because the real villain is like Null, but you barely see him. So really, the villain are the monsters he sends, and the monsters don't have any character. They don't talk. They're not sentient. It's not like Thanos. It's not a Green Goblin. It's not a person who maybe has a villain dialogue when the villain is down. Like they're just monsters.
Like even though there's stakes, right? It doesn't feel like, how do I explain it? Like there's suspense to it. Like there's like no urgency, you know. It just doesn't feel that way. If this just feels like a normal movie, like compared to the Carnage, where it's just kind of fun and shit. Like, oh, the stakes are here, but who cares? And we don't care because the way they decided to, I guess, introduce like Null and like the, I guess, quote unquote bad guys, I just don't like how they did that. And it's just, you don't feel the evil with them. It just doesn't make, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. And not only that, bro, another negative that I really had, man, especially while all this is going on, I feel like there's a lot of filler shit that we don't really need. Just a lot of shit that, okay, why is this happening? Just cause. Hey, have fun with it. It's PG-13. And that's another thing as well, is I want to say this movie has try to push their limit with the PG-13 rating, bro. I think this movie is a lot more like PG-13 type of movie compared to the first two. And I'm gonna be real, man, I don't like that, man. I think Venom should be a rated R type of franchise.
It should be.
I don't like the PG-13 aspect. I mean, dude, how are you gonna have Carnage, bro, and have it be PG-13? And in this movie, it's also PG-13, but I just think that they push the fucking limit with it, bro, with the amount of goofiness and a lot of shit that's going on. This is one of those movies that it reminds me of what you say about the Fast and Furious, bro. Just turn off your fucking brain, bro, and just have fun with the fuck's going on, especially in the third act with we see what happens. It's like a fun mess. Like, oh shit. Like,
the only difference is I think the action sequences in Fast and Furious are at least more entertaining to watch than Tom Hardy hitchhiking with a bunch of hippies on a fucking Volkswagen.
There's a bunch of filler shit. And here's the thing, they try to use this filler to try to develop certain connections with certain people. But I don't know. I just don't think it's enough. I mean, there were some cool scenes where I actually felt like some type of, some type of bonding little moment. But then everything gets kind of thrown out the window when you realize, oh, yeah, this is happening. And I don't care that this is happening. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I can't really. What about you, Mario? What did you think about the plot and the villains or the villain
or lack thereof?
Lack thereof, yeah. Like, what the fuck's going on? The filler shit.
I mean, as someone who's already not really knowledgeable on superheroes or supervillains, I mean,
I don't think you have to be, dog.
I know, but I'm saying, like, regardless, just to prove my point, like, I'm very lenient on judging it because I'm coming from a place where I don't know anything. These guys obviously they know the source material, so they have a sort of a connection to these characters, so they're much more harsher when it comes or more critical of the movie. Me, I tend to be more like, well, I don't have anything to base this off. I'm just going off, is this a good movie or not? I mean, it's just no. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
I like that.
From beginning to end, I'm just like, dude, what is this? Like, pointless side quests. Like Javi said, there really is no villain. Like, Null is in this movie, and I will say I do like how they use Null. I guess it's a positive I do like, but it's Sony. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with it. This could literally lead to nowhere, and it's like, okay, what was the point of having fucking Null in this? Like, was it just to make us go to the movie theater and spend $15 on a ticket?
Yeah.
Like, the setup, I would say, is cool, but I don't know if it's gonna lead anywhere because again, it's Sony. Like from when you guys told me, they only pump out Spider-Man shit or superhero shit because they have to because of a contract. But I don't know, man. This movie it lacks in a lot of departments, especially in the story, in my opinion, because I just really did not give a fuck from the start all the way until the end. And there's just one thing that really bugs me because I'm just like, what the? It gave me what the movie? What the Marvels? The
Marvels?
The Marvels?
The Marvels. That movie, yeah, with them when there's a certain scene in that movie where I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing here? But I'll get it in the spoilers. And I'll talk about it in the spoilers.
Yeah, okay.
But like it happened here.
When we get to the spoilers, can I guess what it is before you say it?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I think I know what I know exactly what he's
and there's another one, but if I were to bring up that example, it would give it away, like what I'm thinking of.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but nah, man, I was just left like, I kind of want the movie to end already. Like,
oh wow,
like, cause like this movie, how long is it? It's an hour and what?
So
like an hour and 50.
It's an hour 50.
Dude, it feels way longer than that.
Because we stood for the credits. Like, the credits were long in this movie,
credits
right?
were
So
long as
before the credits, it's actually like 95.
Damn. Well, either way, this movie feels extremely long. Minus the credits. Minus the credits. I'm saying
that's and that's a good segue to pacing. The reason why it's long, I'm assuming, Mario, is because like nothing
intrigues you.
Yeah.
So you're just like waiting for it to end. Like, okay, get to the next thing.
This is like one of those movies, bro, where like you're at a Mexican party and shit, and like it's just playing in the living room while like all the cousins are like on a couch while talking to each other while watching the movie, and just have it in the background.
And then you ask yourself, like, why is the TV mute?
Yeah, right.
Like no one's even watching it.
Yeah, it's like one of those movies, man.
I never understood that.
Where like you're bored. Like it's one of those things
for me, the best way to describe it is like when you're at like a party, right?
Yeah.
And all your cousins left, like all the ones you're cool with or whatever, you love talking to, and you're just there sitting there, and you're making holes in the plastic they use to cover the table with.
Yeah.
That's how I best describe this movie. It's like you're just doing that throughout the entirety of the film.
Yeah, and then you'll occasionally look up to see like the cooler shit. Like, oh, okay, it's kind of cool. Like this monster thing. Okay,
cool
kills,
moment.
Yeah, cool moment.
Then they ruined it.
And then you just kind of look away once that's over. You know, oh, we're back to like people talking. Yeah, I'm gonna go on my phone real quick. Oh shit, cool fight scene. All right, bet. Let me look. Like it's not a great movie, man. It's just a messy. It's just a messy ride. I don't know how to explain it, because even though there are some like funny type of moments. There's some moments where I didn't think it was kind of funny. I was just like, all right, whatever. But there are some action sequences that it's flashy and it's like, okay, cool. Let me turn off my brain and let me just watch people go crazy. Like, oh, cool. But it's other than that, besides that, the rest of the movie and like the plot and everything else, I just think it lacks substance, man. It's just very shallow. Like there's, I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's just,
I know what you mean.
I guess the only positive I really have is I think the CGI is really good in this movie.
Okay.
Like on the monsters and everything, I'm just like, oh, the CGI is pretty good on it. But I mean, if that's the only positive.
Okay, this is how you know we're scraping in the bottom of the barrel. We have to talk good about the CGI. Like, okay, now we're just like fishing for something.
Yeah.
I mean,
sounds desperate at this point.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, the soundtrack was cool in the credits. In the end,
I like the font.
Yeah,
the
right?
credits.
Now we're just digging out what we can, guys. It's just
that's funny.
I will say this though. I obviously like. I'm gonna be honest. I did enjoy this more than Madam Web though. For sure.
Yeah.
No, Madam Web is just bad and everything.
Madam Web.
It's not a single good thing in Madam Web.
I will say that.
Bro.
I will. That's all I gotta say. But even then, Madam Web. I mean, you guys saw the reviews. I mean, both these guys gave it a 2. I gave it a 3, and it makes me question myself. Like, dang, maybe like, but 3 is still bad, man. That's like
he's like, is it worse than a 3?
But
and
3 is already bad.
Like, right. It's like, but is it worse than that? Like you said, you question yourself.
Yeah.
But in order for you to,
I gotta rewatch it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not doing it. I think 3 is probably the lowest thing I've ever rated before. Like, I don't think I've ever rated. Yeah, I don't think I've ever rated something.
It was
a 2.
Madam Web. That was my lowest everything.
Yeah, I don't think I ever rated something
me
a 2.
too.
A 2, that's terrible, bro. That's
Dude,
like,
I wonder what a 1 would be. I thinking about it.
Madam Web was close to it.
Well, yeah, but like I
1.
wonder, bro.
There's got to be some real.
A 1 for me.
We have to find that.
No. A 1 for me, bro, would be something where I look at Hector. I'm like, Hector, I'm not finishing this, bro. I'll meet you in my car, type shit.
He walks out.
Yeah,
of the movie
honestly,
theater.
probably.
Like
it's
that's
probably one of those
1
movies
where
that,
like I walk
you just
out.
shut it off. Like, all right, you know what?
I'm good.
I'm done with this. Like, I know a video game that's like a perfect example of a 1 is The Day Before. Remember that fiasco?
Oh yeah,
that's a 1. But for a movie, that's true, man. I don't think I've ever. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I don't know. Is there anything else that we could scoop up from the bottom of the barrel and see what we like?
Positives? No.
No.
I have a few more negatives you guys want to talk about.
Let me go ahead.
I have plenty of those.
I got
Well, at least they're negatives in my eyes. I don't know. You guys could disagree. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is, I guess, the main star of the whole movie, right? The dynamic between Eddie and Venom as a whole. What'd you guys think of that?
I think that's just the same in the first movie, man. I didn't really. It's the same thing. I just didn't really care. I don't like it. Obviously, I don't like the Venom that's goofy and like
he's all
talks a little bit weird,
stupid and shit.
Yeah, and then I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Same thing with Eddie. I think I kind of just want some breathers and some actions. Some scenes with Eddie where he's not constantly like freaking around.
Yeah,
and him constantly being controlled by fucking
Venom and shit.
Like he's always tweaking, bro. He's
Yeah.
like a tweaker.
Yeah.
And I just want more scenes where he's not like that. And
Same.
there is a scene in particular that we do get something like that. And I liked it. I was like, oh shit, okay, I fuck with this. But no, for the most part, it's fucking. He's tweaking like, oh shit, like looking like a crackhead, bro.
Yeah,
and
bro.
It's kind of like, I don't know. I just don't like that.
Even if I think because he acts like that because of the symbiote.
No,
either
yeah,
way,
of course.
either way, it's just like, can we please just get a moment when he's not like that?
Like okay, like it's y'all been together for what do you say?
A year.
A little
a year,
over a year.
and like you're still tweaking. Like I feel like at some point you kind of be a little bit used to it. You know what I mean? But no, he's still tweaking, and those funny, quote unquote, funny moments of when Venom is treating Eddie like a puppet. Like I don't fuck with that
Yeah.
personally. I don't. I think it's whatever. I just don't like that.
I also,
But-
yeah. You,
Well-
Mario? Before I chip in.
Yeah,
go
before we
ahead.
let Half cook right now.
Oh no, I was gonna say another thing that I
Oh.
didn't like about the movie is that like, there's this plot point that we'll get into in the spoilers, but basically to avoid spoilers,
Yeah.
Venom just cannot be Venom. Like the symbiote cannot come out in its true form because of a plot device, right? So I think when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get a Venom movie where we barely see Venom. So I had a feeling the pacing and the storytelling and the filler was going to be like three main issues I was gonna have with the movie, and it was.
Oh yes, you're right. I didn't really think about that. You're absolutely right.
I was like, if we're not gonna see a lot of Venom because he can't come out to play for the action sequences
Yeah.
like that, then we're gonna get a lot of filler. Therefore, the pacing will suffer.
Yeah, you're right.
Therefore, a bunch of a bunch of just shit that is irrelevant. You know what I mean? So, exactly that's exactly
No,
what
you're
happened.
absolutely right. I didn't realize that. You're right. When we barely saw Venom in his form, and we barely saw him fuck shit up. If we're gonna be honest, he mostly gets in his form to like do something dumb as fuck,
Yeah.
right? Or to just save. We don't see him actually fucking up shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're absolutely right, man. Yeah, you're right. I don't like that at all, man. Damn. Fuck.
Yeah, bro.
But okay, for the people listening, man, if you guys, hey, keep in mind, we're all different. You guys might have liked the first two movies a lot more than us. Perfectly fine. If you really enjoyed those first two movies, I think you will enjoy this
Absolutely.
one, you know. But if you felt like us, where the first movie was meh, was okay, was fair, then the Carnage was like, yeah, come on, man, you ruined it, and you did not like Carnage at all. You're not gonna like this.
No,
one, man.
bro.
You're
There's
not.
no shot.
You're not. But who knows, dude? I actually saw that. Surprisingly, there's people that actually like the first movie and the Carnage movie a lot.
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of surprising to me. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Did I let me rub my eyes? Did I miss something? Hello.
Nah, bro.
What am I like? What the fuck's
It's
going on
not
here?
that, bro. It's just those are just the casuals, bro. They're people who don't really care.
I want to say it's mostly younger folk, man.
Has to be.
It has to be younger.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably, dude.
I think.
Speaking
so.
of that, we had there were some kids sitting next to Hot, bro, with their shoes
there?
off and shit, bro.
Oh hell.
Yeah.
Dude, one of them was in the beginning of the movie, he was like choking, bro.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
coughing and shit.
He was choking genuinely, and then
Yeah.
his friend was like patting him on the back, and I was looking over him like, are we gonna have to like save this
this
guy,
kid?
bro? Or like, but no, he was good. Like he managed to get it out, whatever the fuck. But bro, kids just stress me out, bro. Like,
Yeah,
what
dog.
the fuck is going on? Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. I thought they were going to be more annoying when I saw them come in. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
But now surprisingly,
Especially because of the early time. Somewhat.
that's it was. 1
but
PM,
still,
sounds
even
about
for
right.
like kids that age, it's like, why are you coming in at this time?
Hey,
It's
man.
1 p.m., bro. What you mean they can't be out at night?
At 7? On a Saturday? I feel like most parents would be like, oh, it's
Hell-
Saturday.
No, they look younger. They look.
Wait,
Like,
how young were they?
they look like fucking 11. Bro.
yeah,
Oh, okay,
they
then
look-
all right.
yeah,
then,
they look quite
yeah,
young.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You know what? That makes sense.
They were not like 13 or 14.
Okay.
No, yeah.
They were younger than that.
Yeah, dude.
So that's why, like, when the kid was choking, I was genuinely like, "Oh shit!" Like,
We're
I was keeping an eye. I'm like, "Yo, bro, like, is he good, bro? Am I gonna have to save his life, bro?" Like, this would be more entertaining than what I'm watching right now. Like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, man.
fuck. Anyway, was there anything else?
I think we pretty much mentioned everything. I will say I have one more negative.
Okay.
It's kind of a big one.
Okay.
And I can't go into it because it's spoilers for the plot. But what I will say is that a big, and I know Hector doesn't really know too much. Mario probably just forgot, but I'll go into it in the spoiler section. I'll just say another big negative I have is that this movie, from the beginning, like at the beginning of the movie, just does a bunch of shit that retcons
Oh,
anything
yeah,
that
yeah,
the
yeah.
move that retcons any shit that we knew that were previous knowledge. You know what I'm talking about? So I'll leave it at that, because if I go any further, it would require me to explain what those retcons were, and that kind of spoils the first like 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is, you may think it's just the first 5 minutes. Well, trust me, it's gonna, like, in the spoiler section, I'll go deeper into it. But that's another one that I was just like, man, the beginning of this movie retconned a bunch of shit. What the fuck? But yeah. I mean, other than that, we talked about Venom, the pacing, the story, the villain, or lack thereof. And my thing was that the retcons.
You know what's funny is we completely forgot to mention the characters, and why is that? Because they're kind of forgettable.
They're not even really worth mentioning because they're not interesting.
But you know what's funny is like they get a lot of screen time because they're supposed to be something.
Yeah, right.
You know, and we find out, you know, in the movie, like some characters do have, you know, a bigger role, but we don't care.
No, you don't.
We really don't care.
You don't, bro.
One's just in there for a fucking just a gag, bro. Honestly, and I'm just like, why was this even in the movie?
Yeah.
And
Other characters
it
were
annoyed
wasted.
Me.
Yeah.
It annoyed me because the whole purpose of this scene was to like drive the plot forward.
Yeah.
But the excuse for it was so dumb, and I can't wait. I want to talk about that scene.
Okay,
in particular,
we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But actually, we're about to get into it now. I mean, do you want to start with ratings? What?
I mean, I'll go first because I feel like you two are gonna rant. I have a feeling. Or
honestly, I had everything I say.
I said everything.
Yeah, I think I said
if there is a rant coming from me.
Oh, shit.
But that's gonna be spoiler section.
section.
All right,
stay tuned. Yo.
But I mean,
would you watch it animated?
No, I would not watch this
I
animated.
feel like
That's
it'd
for
be,
damn
well,
sure.
not this particular movie, but like
it would be cool animated if they did it like how you guys wanted it to be. Like if it was a rated R animated shit, like that would be raw.
That would be cool.
Which, by the way,
That
they're
would be
making an animated John Wick show.
I saw that.
It's
I
gonna be
did not
fire.
see
It's a prequel, right?
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel to like.
We gotta
It's
review it.
It's gonna be fire.
gonna
So I know, but either way,
Is that coming out this year?
No. They just announced
literally
that they're
just
gonna be
announced
making it, bro.
Thank God.
But what's it called? I mean, I'm gonna keep it short. No, I would not watch this movie animated. No, I do not recommend you guys spend money to watch it in the theater. Just wait till it gets on streaming services. It'll probably be there in a month, just like the Joker. Story's
I wonder
very.
if it's gonna do better than the Joker.
It might. Who knows? Maybe.
I don't know. That's a good question. Box office wise, would it do better?
But I mean, story's very lackluster. The funny moments aren't funny. It's funny for all the wrong reasons. It's a shame how this trilogy turned out. As someone who doesn't know lore or anything like that, I think there was promise after that first movie. Just like you guys, someone who doesn't know shit, I thought there's potential.
There was
here.
potential, man.
There is potential. There's no villain in this movie. No, not true villain, if that makes sense, because technically there is one. But other than that, man, no, I think it's just a huge disappointment, and it ended off in a very bad note, in my opinion. And because of that, I think I might have to give this movie probably like a 4. I think it's poor. It's a shame because because if I feel like this, I can only imagine how you two feel, because you probably thought that there's so much potential here with this guy, especially in that second film, from what you guys be telling me. But yeah, man, for me, it's a 4. Just wait for it to be on Netflix or some shit.
What about you, Have?
So for me, guys, I would not rewatch this movie. The same way I did the first two. I did not rewatch those fucking movies, bro. I think
you know what sucks though? We're gonna have to though.
I know.
We're gonna have to eventually.
I know,
for
bro.
the cake
But that'll be
pie.
years from now, thankfully.
Yeah.
That'll be like way down the
down the
line.
road.
We'll see. But what was I gonna say? I think what Hector said earlier, he kind of put it perfectly in my eyes, or the way that I see it. He said that if you guys were fans of the first 2 Venom movies, you would enjoy this movie. If you were not fans, this will not be the movie that sells you and go, whoa.
Yeah.
This is the Venom movie that turned me after all.
Yeah.
Like this movie actually did it right this time.
Yeah, the Carnage was the nail in the coffin. This movie is where it's buried. The coffin's buried.
Yeah, dog.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this movie, bro, I honestly just kind of was just the bore. Like, I was just bored for most of the time.
I was bored, yeah.
I was bored for a lot of it, bro. Not a lot of interesting shit happened. When Null was on screen, all 30 seconds of it, I was like, yo, that's kind of interesting. We'll see where that goes, and kind of goes nowhere. But, you know, I knew, you know, they barely showed him in the trailer, so I knew he wasn't going to be that big in the movie. So, wasted potential. Not a real villain. Not a real plot driving it forward. A bunch of filler shit in between. Not a lot of Venom, and when there is Venom, he really ever did cool shit.
Yeah.
A lot of comedic moments that just did not land from the last two movies, as I expected. Literally, this movie, in my eyes, was just a replication of what the first two Venom movies did wrong. And as far as like how boring the movie was and how uninvested I was and how I felt about the movie, honestly, like now that we're reviewing it, talking about it, like saying things out loud, I realized that I think I might have to put this movie in the same level as Morbius.
Damn. What was it again? 3?
I'm gonna give this a 3.
Damn. So you thought Carnage? Did you enjoy Carnage more then?
I would say that I think
Or would
I
you
enjoyed
change
it a
that too?
little more because Carnage, when Carnage first comes out, I don't know if you remember, there's a scene in the prison where he's breaking out, and like the scene where Carnage is going crazy against the prison guards in the prison was admittedly cool, and when Carnage is doing Carnage shit at the very end of the movie, fighting Venom in the cathedral, was somewhat entertaining. Nothing mind blowing, but I could at least give it those positives.
Okay.
This movie, as giving it positives, there's one scene in particular that I will get into the spoiler section that I was like, that was the only good scene in this movie. There's one scene, whereas I could maybe pick 2 or 3 in Carnage. So because of that, and I'm also trying to compare it, like, okay, I'm comparing Venom 3, this movie, to Morbius, and the way I left Morbius is kind of how I left this movie. I was just kind of like, I just watched shit happen in front of me for an hour and a half. So in that case, only Morbius was longer, I think.
Things move, honestly.
Dude, yes.
Wait, what you guys give Borderlands? Do y'all fuck with this one more than Borderlands?
That's a good question. No, I think
I
disliked Borderlands a little more. It was a bit boring. I mean, they're both boring, but they're boring for different reasons.
Okay, I get you.
You know what I mean? I guess. Yeah. But yeah, that's me, bro. I'm giving this a 3 for those reasons.
Wow. Okay.
What about you, bro?
Come on, man. I think me, even though I do, like, I feel like I'm always, like, lenient sometimes, bro. Because here's the thing. I obviously did not really like this movie. I thought it was just a poor execution, man. I thought it was the same. The way I left this movie, I felt the same as like Carnage, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I do think that Carnage in this movie is better, and at least I want to say when I say better, don't get it twisted.
Carnage.
Whoa.
You said you think Carnage in this movie is better?
No, you let me finish, girl.
Oh.
The Carnage and this movie.
Oh, Carnage and this movie. I think you said in this movie.
No.
I was like, when did Carnage come out?
No, and.
Oh, my bad.
Carnage,
my bad. Go ahead,
so
bro.
Carnage and this movie, I think I enjoyed them more than Madam Web. I enjoyed them more than Borderlands. So I'm not gonna put them down there with them because I did enjoy them more. I thought they were at least a little bit more entertaining, turn your brain off type shit. Where Madam Web and Borderlands was kind of like, all right, bro, like what are we doing here, bro? But with that being said, I'm gonna give this movie a 4, man. I'm gonna give it same thing as I gave Carnage a 4, because I think because Madam Web and fucking Borderlands I gave it 3, man, and I don't think it's that far low. At least this shit with this movie, even though it was fucking messy and just kind of shallow and stuff, there were some fun ride moments. We're like, oh, okay, cool. Let's seeing some crazy shit, especially in the third act, which we'll talk about in the spoilers.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, to answer your question, I think I liked Borderlands less than Venom 3.
Oh, shit.
Because
Makes
you know
sense.
you know how you just asked me if I liked Carnage more, and I was like, well, if I think back to Carnage, I can think of like 2 or 3 scenes that I liked in a movie that I overall disliked, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this movie, I could think of one scene I liked in 90 minutes. In Borderlands, I can't think of a single fucking thing that I liked in that movie, TBH.
Yeah.
So, I think, per that logic, what I just used comparing Venom 2 and 3, I like Borderlands less than Venom 3.
Would you? What do you give Borderlands? A 3?
I don't know.
We all gave it 3s.
Give it.
Yeah.
Drop it down to a 2, huh? Fuck it.
He might.
But is it as bad as Madam Web, though?
Borderlands? I think so. I think they're
as
equally,
bad.
I think so, man. I'm gonna be honest. If someone strapped me to a fucking chair and like they put me those 2 movies, like you have to pick one or else you fucking die.
Well, I don't know though,
I'd be
because
like, just kill me because
you can kind of tell some of the actors or actresses, I should say, in Madam Web. You could tell the acting, bro.
Funny.
You could tell they weren't really giving it their all. Like Sweeney's acting.
Oh,
Madam Web. Whereas you could tell like they're trying in Borderlands. It's just the script is not good.
Yeah.
So
They're
I
there
don't
for
know,
the
man.
bag.
Like I could just tell. Like when I can tell when the actors are
They're
not
just
really
both
giving
bad.
it.
You know what's funny?
Here's
Like,
how I
they're
know
fighting-
Madam Web is bad, bro.
Like-
Here's how I know Madam Web is bad.
Okay.
My sister, right, who's
no.
the casuals, who comes and goes to movie theaters,
Oh, yeah.
right?
That's facts.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
That's facts, man. She casual, bro.
Yeah, her, my brother,
She's
like
casual.
they all like your siblings too, Javi's siblings, they're
Yeah.
also
Facts.
casuals.
Facts.
Yeah.
When before I went to my trip to Wisconsin, right, the day we were gonna leave, I caught her watching it while she was on the treadmill, and I'm like, "You're watching this movie?" And she's like, "Yeah, I thought I heard it was on Netflix. I'm gonna check it out." I'm like, "What do you think about it?" She's like, "Honestly, it's not that good." And I'm like,
That's how you
"Oh
know.
my god,
Hey, man,
that's how
W.
you know it's fucking
Yeah.
ass."
Makes sense, bro. You know
But
what's
here's
funny?
the thing, like Hector's brought this point up multiple times in the pod. Is like, you know what, bro, fuck it though. We gotta watch it, right, for the pod. She doesn't have a pod or nothing. Why could she could have just clicked off? Like halfway through the movie.
I
been like,
don't
"This
think she
ain't for
finished
me."
it. I don't think she finished it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense, bro.
Yeah, dude. And
Like at the moment where she realized this movie's not good,
no.
I would have just clicked off and like.
You know what I
watched
was gonna
Gossip
say?
Girl.
I was gonna say it's funny that like we have two bad movies and now we're like they're in the low ass scores. Now we're just fighting over which one's worse. Like I think it's
Hey, I
just
mean,
funny.
it comes
We're
in
fighting
handy
over-
for when we do
Yeah.
the top 10 worst movies.
That's facts.
That's
That's a good
true.
question. I think. Ooh, that is a
No,
good question.
I think
don't know,
I think
dude.
we
I
have
put
a
them
winner.
equally, man.
I know. For me, I have a winner. The fighting is going to be with like the 2-3 spot. That's where it's gonna be like, no, this one's a little bit. we're gonna spend
Which
like
one?
we're gonna. No, I'm not saying
Oh.
because, obviously,
Oh.
but like. It's gonna be funny because we're literally gonna be probably there arguing for like 20 minutes.
Oh,
We're like,
shit.
what? No, this one's the second worst. No, this one's the third worst
Probably,
movie.
bro.
It's gonna be funny.
Okay,
like,
wait, Mar, did you like Borderlands more than Madam Web?
Yeah.
Or do you think equally or just
No, I like Borderlands more than Madam Web.
really?
Madam Web
question.
was terrible, dude.
That's a good. I think I'm just on the same. I just don't want to watch either, bro. I just
My
don't think either
cousin
are fucking good.
My
Like,
cousin who's
they're
like
equally bad.
I wouldn't call him a casual, but he is like into movies. He
Yeah.
walked out of Madam Web.
Ooh.
He told me.
And he spent money. He don't have the A-list.
Yeah.
Okay, but keep in mind. Okay,
That's
ready?
funny, huh?
Okay. How to explain this? You know, I would argue that most people that love the Borderlands franchise would probably
Hate that movie.
hate put Borderlands below Madam Web because of like because we think it's a bad overall movie. But imagine like
Being a fan of the franchise.
Exactly,
And
bro.
it flopping as hard as it did.
exactly and not
Yeah.
sticking true to the fucking games and shit. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. That's how I am with Uncharted.
Anyway.
But even
Yeah,
those
makes
fans,
sense.
they probably because even I knew I wasn't a fan of the franchise, but even I knew like the amount of how long it took to make that movie. I'm like, this is probably not gonna be a good movie, man.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
it was announced so many years ago, and it finally came out this year, and it's like, dude, this is not gonna end well. So I'm pretty sure fans probably saw it coming.
Okay, but can we all agree that Venom 3 was more enjoyable, more tolerable than Madam Web and Borderlands?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we're on the same boat on that. Okay. Yeah. With that being said, guys, that's going to be it for our non-spoiler section of
spoiler,
Venom
yep.
3. I know that was a pretty long one. We had a lot to say. And Hav is back. But, yeah, we're going to jump in the spoiler section in 3, 2, 1. We are now in the spoiler section for Venom 3, The Last Dance. I'm giving some,
Yeah.
I'm
Giving you
giving
guys time to click off and
Yeah.
shit, bro.
All right. But let's start out. Wait, should we start out with him with the scene first?
Well, my scene is kind of near.
So
like, the end of the movie.
wait, what was? Oh, you said that there was a scene in this
there's a
movie
particular scene.
that reminded you of the Marvels, and you're like, "What are we doing here?"
Yeah.
Okay, ready, Hector? Ready? Okay. Is it the scene where they were on the van and they were singing?
No.
Oh, because I thought he was because he said the Marvels, and I thought the connection he made was the Singing Planet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, you're
Yeah,
right
the
about that,
Marvel-
but it wasn't that scene.
The Marvels.
Oh, but
You're
I
right
was
about-
right on the connection.
Yeah.
So then,
yeah.
what was the scene you were talking about?
Well, we're jumping ahead, so because I know we like to do spoilers and like in order.
doesn't matter.
No,
Doesn't matter.
bro,
Okay,
fuck
okay,
this
bad
movie.
then.
No,
All right.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It's a scene when he meets up with the old Asian lady. That part.
Oh,
Because
This
there's
is
because
Jen, bro.
bro, and
That
the
was-
whole reason. Here's why I find that scene so fucking stupid.
Yeah, man.
Is because the whole time you're telling us like, "Yo, Eddie, I cannot go in full Venom, or else I'll send a signal out to that monster fucking. I forgot what it
he
was called.
ignores it.
And
Yeah.
and here
We're never gonna
and
do
then
anything I
Eddie,
wanna do.
And then Eddie's like, "But no, they're gonna detect you." He's like, "Eddie, you never let me have any fun." And I'm just like, "There's no fucking way. Venom was the one telling him this shit, and now you're just gonna throw all that away just to fucking dance." with the old Asian
I don't
lady.
know.
Especially
bro.
like,
And I'm
when
just
he was
like,
so
there's no
scared.
fucking way,
Dude,
bro.
the first encounter with that monster, he was so scared. Remember, I gotta go. He literally made Eddie fucking fall off a plane, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in a bit.
That's
real quick.
funny. That was funny,
Fall
dude.
off the
That
plane,
was
and
funny.
then as they're walking in the desert, he's like with his head, he's constantly looking around because he's scared. But now all of a
Yeah.
sudden, he's not scared because some music is playing. And He's
Yeah.
going. He wants to dance.
It's a good song.
and he's
Yeah.
right.
Dancing Queen by ABBA. I mean,
But
Yeah.
and he's telling Eddie, we never get to do whatever we want to do. When 5 minutes ago he was controlling Eddie as a puppet, fucking gambling, right? So
Yeah.
like it's
that's
just
a good point. That's a good point. Bro.
like what
Yeah.
the fuck's? What do you mean, bro? Eddie is a puppet, bro. He's a puppet to Venom, and Venom is out here bitching. We never get to do what we want, what I want to do. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
And the whole plane situation. Venom's on top of a plane because they're trying to go to New York, right? And this monster is out there to get them because Venom has the key. Because we find out that if when a symbiote is on a host and the host dies, that they develop this bond together,
They're
or some shit,
connected now.
creating
They're
this,
one or some
yeah,
shit.
creating this key that Null needs to
Escape his prison.
escape his prison, right?
Because I guess the story is that Null in his homeworld was trapped by the symbiotes itself.
By the symbiotes,
Yeah.
And the only thing to free him is the key thing that Venom holds, right?
Yeah, only
Yeah.
Venom has it.
exactly.
That's why Null sends the monsters after him. So now that we're in spoilers.
Does Null have a teleportation power? How the fuck did they get there? What
I'm
was
gonna
that
be
little
honest with you.
teleportation?
I have
I
no
don't-
idea.
I
They
don't
never, I
know,
thought it was in the comments like, oh, that I
don't know,
assume,
bro. I'm gonna
I
be honest.
assume that I'm like, oh, that must be one of Null's problems. Like he doesn't have to physically move. He can just.
Well,
do it
he's the
with
one.
his
Yeah,
mind.
Null's the one that created those creatures. What do they call again? Xeno.
I don't fucking know.
Something I forgot, bro.
So you're telling me it's
I'm a-
those creatures that are teleporting that are making that shit?
Probably, bro. Yeah, because they're the ones finding them. Like they're the ones like because Null says go find them, and so they're scattered everywhere across the galaxy trying to find him. So they make the portal so they could go. You know what I mean?
Alright,
Like,
so
I'm
that's
assuming.
crazy.
But anyway, my point, and so anyway, fuck that. Yeah, I get that dancing part bullshit. But the
Yeah.
plane, they're on top of that plane. The jet engine gets fucked up, right?
Yep.
And the plane is like falling down, and we never get to see what happened to the plane.
Those
We're just
people,
left to
those
assume
lives.
that those innocent people just died, and it's like, all right, cool. Like, no attempt of saving was
Yep.
done,
I know.
and it's like, okay, that just doesn't correspond with Venom's ideology of like he said himself, we're the lethal protectors.
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Lethal Protector, but you just let a plane of innocent people just fucking die. Yeah, bro. Like, that doesn't fit his ideology of what they're trying to make him.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, Hop?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Like, go ahead, Hop. You had something?
No, I just Googled it. I was on my phone. I just Googled it. He does not have teleportation powers or portals making.
So, yeah, it's those
And
things.
it
I
was-
don't know.
It has to be those creatures.
Yeah,
then. They
so
got
I
it.
don't know.
Which is crazy within itself.
Or
'cause
maybe
because,
they
like,
just
how the
made
fuck
that
do these
shit
cre-
up. Maybe it's not from the comics.
Probably
Maybe they just
not.
made it up because, like, well, how are we going to get these monsters from Venom's
Give them
homeworld
powers
to go to
how,
Earth?
How do they have these powers? I don't know. Just give it to
Bro,
them.
who cares?
And you know what? And hold on. And you know what doesn't make sense since we're just jumping around and shit? Fuck it. Like, I don't care. Is in the final act when we get the symbiotes, we're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, this is the part where like the fun kind of rises. Like, okay, cool. I mean, let me turn on my brain. We'll have some fun a little bit. We see the symbiotes, right? And we see the symbiotes latching onto the people and hosts, and they're fighting this one monster. And what's funny is that that I didn't like is these symbiotes are getting smoked, and yet I'm yet to believe that these are the same symbiotes that trap Null.
Yeah.
Right? So these are the same symbiotes that were able to trap Null, and Venom is obviously the leader, the mastermind or whatever the fuck. And yet they're out here getting smoked by one, not multiple, by one monster, the Xeno whatever the fuck it was called. That was created by Null. It's like, what the fuck? And those monsters are viewed as minions to Null. Null is super powerful, so how can those symbiotes do damage to Null if they're getting smoked by one of these monsters? It would have made more sense if, the monster was getting a shit rocked, and he's like, that's when he called for backup, and that's when everybody pulled in and managed to fuck the symbiotes up. But no, one monster killed how many symbiotes, bro? Like 3?
Yeah, we thought like
3 or
quite a
4?
few. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
true.
I'm yet to believe that these symbiotes were able to lock Null away. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's one thing that bugged me, man. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Like, that doesn't make any sense, bro. And especially when we get Toxin, bro. Toxin's like there, like, oh yeah, it's like he's explaining like Null is coming and all this crazy shit, and he finally gets out and he gets smoked. And if I remember correctly, is that actually Toxin? Because that's not his color. That's not Toxin's
No, it's not his color.
And he had like when he transformed to Venom, not Venom, sorry, like into the
symbiote,
into the symbiote. He didn't have like his legs and shit. Like he was like a
I know,
like a weird like like his legs were like tentacles.
He didn't have
vibe.
legs.
So I'm like, is this really Toxin, bro?
They couldn't even get the Toxin character in the movie, he is the host of Toxin.
Yeah, but I guess the symbiote
is probably just something else.
I was expecting to be Toxin, like
well,
symbiote.
yeah, me too, because I'm like, well, that is the character, and also that's what they alluded at the end of the Venom 2 movie, at the end of Let There Be Carnage. It was alluded that he might have a symbiote.
Yeah,
and so I was like, oh shit, that Toxin's gonna be the villain.
Offspring.
Toxin is going to be the villain in the next movie, which clearly that wasn't the case. So I don't know, unless it is Toxin,
because Toxin he's more powerful than Carnage.
I think so, yeah.
He's more powerful than Carnage, bro.
For real?
Toxin, yeah, that's Carnage's offspring. He's more powerful.
Oh wow!
You know how Carnage is a Venom offspring?
Yeah.
Toxin
is an offspring of Carnage. And
I have that last one, the fast one. Wait,
the lightning one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Agony. I just realized I can't ask this question.
Why?
Why not?
Because of you.
Why not?
Because the question relates to the game.
Oh, the Spider-Man 2 game?
And I can't say
no spoiler, no spoiler. I know, guys. I know. I don't want to hear it, guys. You too. Like, the boys give me shit. I don't want y'all listening. I don't want y'all to give me shit. I know. I'm late to the Spider-Man games. I gotta play them. But anyway, Toxin is more powerful than Carnage, bro. And
he looks way different.
That's why, like, it would have made sense if he was like, oh shit, we got a dude that's even more powerful than fucking Carnage, bro. He's about to go crazy. But no, they went into this route, and like all the other symbiotes are there. We went to, because we finally get to the base Area 51, right? And they have all the symbiotes there, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm like, holy shit, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, okay, they got all the symbiotes here. Oh, interesting. But yeah, the third act. I mean, what do you guys think overall of the third act?
It was dumb action.
That's exactly.
It was just the dumb fun shit, bro. Nothing crazy. I mean, even then, the action wasn't all that. Because to be honest, if you notice in the last fight scene, Venom ever really comes out. If you notice, it's mostly just Eddie Brock with Venom's tentacles doing all the work. Yeah. You notice that?
Yeah.
So, like, why not have Venom come out and help those other symbiotes, the other Venoms?
And, like, the argument's like, well, technically, it's because he doesn't want to attract the monster. But he wasn't thinking that way when he wanted to dance with some girl.
And like, all the monsters are already here.
Yeah, all the monsters were already there. So, oh, well, like, that's some more filler shit. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, certain things in this movie is not comprehensive. It's not put together. It's not put together well. You know, and it's just man, I can't necessarily say it's disappointing because I was kind of expecting this, man. It just sucks that it's like, damn, I walked out of here like expecting it, like fuck. But
I don't know why, because they all had different colors. It just reminded me of the Power Rangers.
Hey, that's kind of, well, to be fair, they are pretty colorful, man. Like there's
in the comics, there's different Venom symbiotes. There's different colors.
One. We didn't see Scream. I was expecting to see Scream.
So Scream
was she there? The one that's yellow and red.
No. So Scream is a yellow female symbiote with red hair.
That's badass.
Yeah. So Scream, but that is purple, right?
What?
The female, the lightning one.
It's because Javi's colorblind. He's asking us. That is, yeah.
I better not hear it's navy. I'm like,
no, it was purple.
Okay,
she was purple.
I was gonna call it purple, but like, dark blue sometimes fucks with me.
This is some lore shit here. Do people know?
I don't think they know.
I think we've mentioned it before.
Well, real quick, Jav's colorblind. He has a specific color blindness.
Yeah,
where he it's shades. It's not crazy.
Yeah,
like I don't see the world in black and white, but I have diotropia, which is like where red and green hues like fuck with me. So sometimes like dark blue I'll mistake for purple and shit. You know what I mean? So like that's why I'm like, it's not, I better not hear that it's dark navy or some shit. No, it's purple. So that one is actually from the comics.
Yeah.
I don't know if in the comics it has speedster powers, like running fast and shit. I don't know, but I do know the name is Agony.
Agony
is the name, right? And Scream, right, is the yellow one.
The yellow with red.
The yellow female Venom with the red hair.
Yeah.
No, we did not see her in the movie.
I was expecting to. I'm like, damn.
And then
they got everybody.
But here's the thing. In the comics, I'm used to the female Venoms having hair, and then we have that one chick that they call her Christmas because of the Christmas tree pin that she wears on her lab coat.
Yeah.
she turns into a female Venom, but she didn't have the hair.
Yeah.
So I was just like, interesting, right? It's just like, it looks like a
I was
Venom
about to
with
say,
a
bro,
female
the girls
physique.
look a lot better than the guys because of the hair. That's why. I'm gonna be so real with you. The hair
And it's
looks
cool
because
they can use the hair as like actual like tendrils,
that's
like
fire.
and shit, right? But the only one we saw that
Yeah, I
was
could show you who
Agony.
Scream is, Mario, real quick, because she looks badass.
But no, Scream was not in the movie, and also I didn't like how Venom rarely ever came out in his form to fight to help fight with the rest of the symbiotes against the monsters and shit. I didn't fuck with that.
Nah, man. I don't know. I just really like the hair. The hair looks so cool. It's like smooth. Oh yeah. Oh, that's. No, I have more questions, but I can't ask.
Let me see.
Just
Let
look.
me see what picture he showed you.
Just scroll up. That's the one I saw. Cause I'm like confused right now.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
I'm confused. I don't know what I saw.
Hey, man. I don't know what you saw either, bro.
It's funny as shit. Speaking of Spider-Man 2, if anyone listening to this podcast, if you want to see a properly done adaptation of Venom,
Spider-Man.
the
2.
Spider-Man 2 game is fantastic. Does the Venom
Yeah,
storyline
that's true.
fire, and Spider-Man's actually in it,
That's fact.
so it
gonna have
adds
to
to
play
the
it,
Venom
man.
character even more.
And you can play as him, Spider-Man, not Venom.
I can't play as yeah, right? I can't play. I mean,
man.
sorry, I can't
And
wait to. I can't wait
The fact
to play
that Spider-Man's in it, girl,
And
just makes it better than this movie.
And you can swing.
Bruh.
I can't wait to play as Miles Morales, bro, and have the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. Do you remember that shit? Fuck
I
the
remember
mops,
that.
but they made that review, bro.
Yeah, bro, I remember that shit.
That shit
What
was
he
funny
say-
as
What was
fuck.
he on about?
The exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
Yeah, bro.
Like, what does that mean?
I don't know what you're talking. What are you talking about?
There was this. Was it Spider-Man 1?
It was for Miles Morales.
Deadass? It was that long?
Yeah, bro.
When did that come out?
That was when the PS5 launched.
Damn, 2020. There was so the ops. We're not gonna say them because they're ops.
Yeah.
One of the ops made a review, right, for the Miles Morales, and in the review they literally like showed a clip of Miles Morales like jumping off the roof and like going on his back and like typical,
Like in the movie?
Yeah. And he says it like super like weird. We're like, as he jumps off the roof, like back on his head first, and no, what do you say? I forgot exactly what he says, but it's like it's there. It's like the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. It makes me feel like, oh my god.
Like he said that as a talking point for his review.
Yeah. It's like, what?
It's like, what is he
And
on
people
about?
clipped it and like people were making like
Fun of
memes.
him?
Yeah. 'Cause it's like, what the
That's
fuck?
funny.
It's like, what the fuck is going on?
That's funny as hell.
Anyway, damn, I didn't realize it was. I thought it was the first game for some reason, but
No,
Oh.
because you don't play as Miles in the first game,
interesting. Oh, okay.
and
that
he
makes
got his own
sense.
standalone game in his own, so it's that one.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what
there-
else? Oh,
there's some scenes that you want to talk about.
So, I mean, I guess I want to mention this real quick because it's super short. My rant will come later. I want to make sure y'all are comfortable and sitting
All right.
because I have a lot to say on my rant. But that's not right now. I wanted to say because it's pretty short. I can get through it pretty fast. The retcons.
All right.
Okay.
So I said that one of the negatives that I had about this movie were the retcons. Because the first 5 minutes of this movie shows a bunch of retcons, in my opinion, right?
Okay.
So the last time that we saw Tom Hardy Venom in general was the post-credit scene to Spider-Man No Way Home, which was the movie that had Toby, had Andrew, had Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, all of them, right? And there were a lot of retcons that the beginning of Venom The Last Dance did that kind of just killed the excitement of anything to come from the Venom universe, in my opinion, right? First one, which is not really a retcon, it was more a change. And that is that in the post-credit scene for Spider-Man No Way Home, the whole thing, right, where Doctor Strange sends all the people, right, back to their universes and like at the same time makes everyone forget about Peter Parker. So everyone, when they were leaving, when Toby, Andrew, Green Goblin, all these people were leaving, they like, remember they had that like glow shit and then they just kind of disappear, like they fade away. In this movie, the movie actually starts with the post-credit scene from No Way Home, except instead of Tom Hardy, right, fading away like everyone else did in No Way Home, he gets sucked into a portal. Do you know? I don't know. And
I didn't catch
you
that.
didn't catch that. No, in No Way Home, bro, people fade away, but he got sucked into that portal.
Yeah,
If you
I did not
notice,
catch that.
it's the same portal used that the monsters used to go to Earth.
Oh.
Right? I'm not saying Noel pulled him
I
away.
noticed that. Yeah.
I'm not saying Noel pulled him. I'm not trying to make that. I'm not trying to jump the shark. I'm just saying that this was their way of explaining. And I noticed that they did a few other retcons in this movie that I think solidified that this Venom movie at least, they don't want to be connected to the MCU, even though there was a slight chance that it was going to.
Okay.
One being is that he didn't fade away. It was a portal, and it was the portal that Null was using to send his creatures out, right? The other one is Venom. Then when he gets sucked into the portal, he comes back to Mexico, the exact same bar, and it's the exact same bartender that was there, only instead of a ponytail, his hair was loose. But even though the setting and the bartender was all the same, we're back in the Sony universe. So, right, Tom Hardy gets back to the Sony universe, right? And then he's there, right, comedic scene. He's building himself a Bloody Mary, and he makes himself a drink. Then he's like, let's go to New York. And then Venom leaves a coin or whatever. He's like, here, keep the change. And a little piece of Venom symbiote stuck there. So I saw that as another retcon because a piece of the symbiote was left on the counter for the bar, on the bar, right?
Yeah.
In the Sony universe. But what about the MCU? Because in the post-credit scene for No Way Home, we saw a bit of the symbiote stay in the MCU. Remember that?
Once Eddie got sent back to his universe.
Exactly. But if you notice, the movie Venom The Last Dance, the movie started with the exact same post-credit scene as in No Way Home. Literally, it's the exact same. It's the exact same. But did you notice that it cut off before we saw the symbiote on the counter?
Yeah.
Why didn't they show that? See that?
Yeah.
That was another retcon. Another thing too is that when I saw the Venom 3 trailer, there's a scene where Chiwetel Ejiofor's character comes into the bar, and the symbiote that's on the bar counter, he puts the vial in it and he traps it.
Yeah.
And then you see him he puts the vial on the counter, and next to him is the bartender dude. When I saw the trailer, I'm like, what the fuck? That's from No Way Home. So is the Venom movie going to be a multiverse movie? Is it going to take place between the Sony universe and the MCU? No. They retconned the symbiote being on the counter at the MCU, and they had the scene where Venom dropped the coin and the symbiote was there, so that it would make sense to see the trailer and because it's like, how is this movie going to take place in the Sony universe, but the whole thing where the symbiote was left on the counter was in the MCU? I know it's a little confusing. Are you guys with me?
I'm with you, bro.
Are you?
Somewhat.
Mario's just like looking.
No, I had a feeling Mario might get confused.
You
know what I'm trying to say? So, when the Venom 3 trailer came out, there's a scene in the trailer where the military dude, right? Because the Venom symbiote is on the bar, right?
Yeah.
Mario, it's on the counter, and in the trailer, there's a scene where the dude traps it in a vial, and the bartender, the Mexican dude, is next to him, right? Well, before Venom 3, the movie came out. This is just the trailer. I could have sworn Venom left a bit of that symbiote on the counter, but in the MCU universe.
Exactly.
Not this Sony universe. So when I saw the trailer and I see the military guys trap the symbiote, and those same military guys are going after Venom, so does this movie take place in the Sony universe, or does it take place in the MCU?
Wasn't that scene in the Sony universe though?
What scene?
That scene where they.
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
That's his point.
Exactly. No, yes, you're right. But my thing was, the last time we saw that symbiote on the counter was in the MCU. So I'm like,
But now the symbiote is on the counter in the Sony universe, and the guy trapping it is in the Sony universe.
Right. And so I was telling Hector that the retcon is that I don't think the MCU is going to pursue the symbiote that was left on the counter, because in the movie it cuts off. You see that? So as another
it's a good excuse.
As another retcon I found is that you know what I mean?
Because they can play it both ways. It can be like, oh yeah, well we didn't show it, so it didn't happen, or it'd be like, listen.
A part of me, because like I was like, because dude,
they'll pull some bullshit like that, you know they will.
No, yeah. A part of me was like, because I thought the dude trapping the symbiote in the vial, I'm like, that's got to be the MCU, because that's where he left it in the post-credit scene for No Way Home. So I'm like, a part of me was like, is this the TVA? Like, because the TVA is the only organization we know that can multiverse travel, right? I'm like, is this the TV? No, but they're military people. They have the camo shit on. Like
Yeah.
they're riding in tanks and shit. So no, it can't be. And the same military guy who traps the symbiote literally is face to face with Tom Hardy in the trailer. And I doubt the military, I don't give a fuck if it's Area 51. I don't give a fuck about aliens. The military does not have access to multi-dimensional travel.
Yeah.
So I'm like, interesting. So how are they going to explain that they trapped the symbiote? We got it, sir. Right?
Yeah.
When that happened in the MCU. Why? Well, just have Venom leave a tip to the bartender and have him leave the symbiote there. While conveniently also cutting out the scene where he leaves the symbiote in the MCU in the beginning of the movie. Does that make more sense now? Yeah, my fault if I confused it. It's a little weird, but like...
Cause I had you there, but then you said something where like, no, that retcons the MCU shit. I was like, wait a minute, but the way you described it seems to me that you can play it off both ways. Where I was talking about like, they can say they retconned it, or they can go back to whenever they feel like it. If that makes sense.
Maybe.
Because these companies, you know how they are.
No, yeah.
And with Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland, they announced the release date for that shit. So who knows what that movie's going to be about.
So Spider-Man 4 got announced. There's no title. It's just Spider-Man 4. Should have been my Spider-Man 4, but it is what it is. They're going to film summer of next year.
I understood that.
They're going to film next year in the summer, and it comes out literally 2 months after Doomsday.
Oh, wow.
It comes out 2 months after Avengers Doomsday. Interesting timing. This is going to be another like Captain Marvel situation. It's like a big movie that comes out between the two Avengers movies. So will one connect to the other?
Though. That's a good follow-up from an Avengers film.
Sure. I mean, we'll have to see how Spider-Man 4 plays out, but I don't even know the story. I just know the filming when it comes out, and the director for Shang-Chi is directing this movie.
I asked Hector this like off pod. I'm assuming you saw what Tom Holland just like some interview. And he talked about Spider-Man and how he wanted to approach the story or whatever.
Yeah,
fuck. And
I saw
the clip. Give justice to the fans and this and that.
Yeah.
Does that give you hope? Because you don't hate the Tom Holland movies, but you're not the biggest fan of them. Does that make you more or less excited for the fourth one?
That's a good question.
I'm indifferent because his how do I say this? His definition of doing the fans justice, I hope doesn't mean fan service. I hope it doesn't mean, because I want to get into it, Mario, but it's part of my rant, and I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Should we just
go to the rant?
Yeah, can we get to the rant then?
All right. Well,
all right.
Are you guys?
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
How long is this? Going to be another an hour?
Listen, bro, I have a lot to say on the matter, and you're in here, so you're gonna have a lot to say too. Because Hector doesn't know anything.
Oh shit.
Everything I'm about to tell Hector will be the first time his ears hear this, and I know he's gonna have opinions of his own.
Okay.
You're probably just gonna be sitting there, Mario. It's cool though. You look cute, so you just keep doing what you're doing, bro.
All right.
Keep managing the audience.
Don't worry.
Okay, so should I get into the?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. This is my rant, right? I'm not gonna make it too long. It's just that I know we're gonna have a lot to say. So my rant. First of all, let me set the context, right? I sent a text message to our group chat. We have a group chat, the HRV podcast group chat. And I literally said, if the post-credits scene for Venom 3 goes down the way I think it's going to go down, I'm going to throw a fit. I'm going to go berserk. And Hector made the joke of like, bro, like, how can you not stay away from spoilers, blah, 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 right?
That's facts, man.
And I'm like, I was like, no, Hector, I didn't see spoilers for Venom 3. I'm saying I've seen rumors and I've seen supposed rumors and leaks of shit to come that makes me believe however Venom 3 goes down, it might set up for shit to come that I'm worried about. Hector was like, is it bad? And if you remember, my answer was, in concept, it's
cool.
It's raw as fuck. There's just two big issues that I have with the movie, okay? That's the context, right? And I know Mario read the text messages on the group chat. This is where my rant starts. So a few months ago, like I think early this year, there were already whispers and talks about a Spider-Man 4 movie happening.
Yeah.
And it was around this time that we got confirmation that the director for Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings is going to be directing Spider-Man 4, right? Now, at this point, if you have a director, a script has to be done, or at least a rough draft of it, right? And recently, Tom Holland did an interview in a podcast where he said that, you know, I want to bring justice to this movie. I want to do it for the fans. I want to make sure, I don't want to just make a Spider-Man movie for the sake of making another one, but rather does it further Peter Parker's story, his character development? Does it do justice to the fans and blah, 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 right? And he said that he sat down with Zendaya to read the Spider-Man 4 script, a rough draft of it, but it's pretty much going to go in the direction it's going to go. And he said that he really liked the script.
Oh, wow.
Now,
Okay.
big up on Tom Holland, because his track history with letting shit slip has been terrible. This motherfucker has leaked shit accidentally a bunch. So thankfully he didn't say nothing else. So he didn't say anything else other than he said that the script is great. Cool. Around the same time that Spider-Man 4 got confirmed, the director of Shang-Chi is going to do Spider-Man 4. It was around this time that there were rumors that Spider-Man 4 would once again be another multiverse movie. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, including myself, were not happy with that because we already had a Spider-Man multiverse movie. It was No Way Home. And we saw Tom Holland with Toby and Andrew and all the villains from their movies. Mm-hmm. That, to me, was like the best Spider-Man multiverse movie we could have gotten. Now there's talks that Spider-Man 4 is going to be another multiverse movie. And I have a few issues with that for a few reasons. One, we don't need another one. We have one already, No Way Home, and it was great. And they should have left it. Second, if they want to make it into another multiverse movie, this is clearly greed. Because No Way Home made over $1 billion in the box office. And so did Deadpool and Wolverine. Both movies dealing with the multiverse, having cameos and shit from, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So them wanting to make Spider-Man 4 into another multiverse movie, to me, I see it as greed because they just want to make another $1 billion type shit, right? Mm-hmm. And the way No Way Home ended with everyone in the world forgetting who Peter Parker is, Peter not really having anyone, making a homemade suit, living in a raggedy apartment. I finally got to see Tom Holland embrace the Peter Parker / Spider-Man that I knew from the comics, that I know from the games and shit. So I was hoping that Spider-Man 4 would go in a little more street level direction, not another multiverse direction. But nonetheless, there's rumors. It's not confirmed, but there were rumors from supposed reliable insiders that Spider-Man 4 might be another multiverse movie. And if you guys want to follow me at Numbered Lives, I'm on Twitter or X. I made a guess where I'm like, if Spider-Man 4 is going to be a multiverse movie, we're going to see Miles Morales. Let's be honest. Come on now. Mm-hmm. It only makes sense that we would introduce Miles Morales sometime in this movie. And if this is going to be a multiverse movie, it's going to be Miles Morales. And it's going to be a grown-up Miles Morales from another universe who's already Spider-Man. That's my guess, and I'm still holding true to that. Anyways, that was months ago.
Okay.
Now we're getting to the release of Venom 3. And Venom 3, there was an interview that Tom Hardy did a month ago where he said that he will not be reprising the role of Eddie Brock / Venom anymore. That this was the last one. This was the end of the trilogy, and this is what it is. And I was like, oh, wow, this is the end of the movie. Thank God. Fuck these movies. Right? So I was like, whatever. Then we got the second Venom trailer, and that's when they showed Null. And that's when I was like, oh, shit, Null. But I'm like, meh. Like I said, I bet this is just a post-credit scene. This is not going to be nothing. He was barely in the trailer, therefore he's not going to be a big character in the movie. And we were right.
Yeah.
It was around this time when the second Venom trailer came out that there was a website, and I forgot what the website is. They're not ops. It's like a website. I can look it up later if you guys really, if you guys really do care. But there's this website, I forget the name of the website, who are known to be reliable insiders, reliable sources who have confirmed rumors / leaks of MCU projects in the past. They're pretty reputable. They haven't gotten everything right, but they've gotten quite a few things right in previous MCU projects. And this website put out the rumor. And I should probably say that this rumor, I immediately was like, this is not true. It's not true. Because I've heard other rumors, girl. Okay. And I have confirmed sources of my own that this is not real. But let me tell you what the rumor is. Okay. The rumor is that, as I mentioned before, Mario, Null is business. This motherfucker is a world-ending Thanos Avenger-level threat. This motherfucker is bad news. If he were to conquer, right? The rumor is that what Marvel wants to do is that they want Tom Hardy Venom and Tom Holland Spider-Man to team up to fight Null,
What the
to
fuck?
take down Null. Right?
Okay.
And that them teaming up together would finally have the Spider-Man and Venom crossover that people have been wanting. And Null being the fucking god of the symbiotes and as powerful as he is, putting them together, a 2v1 would make the most sense. Also, if Spider-Man crossed over with Venom and the god of the symbiotes, we would finally see Tom Holland Spider-Man rock the symbiote suit, which is what we've always wanted to see, right? And I was like, interesting rumor, but that's not true.
Okay.
Because Tom Hardy already said he's not coming back as Venom. Unless he's lying, but I don't think so. Tom Hardy's pretty true to his word. He's not like someone who just lies and gives in. He's a pretty established actor. So I was like, man, this is bullshit.
Okay.
And then 2 weeks ago,
Oh, shit.
he does another interview where he said that he would be open to coming back as Venom.
Shit.
And when someone asked him if there was a potential to seeing him cross over with Spider-Man, he said, never say never.
Damn.
And when you line all this up with the rumors that Spider-Man 4 was going to be a multiverse movie,
Yeah.
shit's starting to line up. Shit's starting to make sense. The jigsaw pieces are starting to fit. And I'm like, and this is why I said the post-credit scenes for Venom 3, if it goes down the way I think it goes down, then this rumor is pretty much true. And that is, will Null die in this movie? He didn't. In fact, the post-credit scene showing him saying that no world was safe. And that he is coming and it's going to be a wraps for everybody. Notice he said worlds. So he's aware of the multiverse.
So so I guess that because of the end credit scene, did it was it where you were like hoping not to come true? Because you said, oh, if it goes down the way it goes down, I'm gonna throw a fit. Well, him saying that, is that enough? Is that enough evidence for you to be like, oh shit, it's going down this road?
Well,
not only that,
somewhat.
isn't the voice actor of Null? It's Andy Serkis, you said, right?
Yes. It's Andy Serkis.
The fact that they got him makes me believe this rumor even more.
Because Andy Serkis is a pretty well-established actor, but
bro.
he's also really known for his motion capture roles.
Yeah.
He was Caesar in Planet of the Apes. He was Gollum in Lord of the
And you
Rings.
think like he's too up there to just have him in this
For
one
this
little
little
scene.
shit.
Ooh.
Now,
You know
Sony.
what's funny? Wait, real quick, we're put a pin in it.
Yeah.
What's funny is in the past reviews that we've done when you weren't here, Mario and I would be like theorizing on the Penguin, and we'd make these jokes like, "Yo, these theories are so funny and cool, but they never go anywhere." Because we're always like wrong. We make the joke how we're always wrong. So right now we're theorizing. This is gonna be another moment. We're like,
This could be wrong. Yeah, this could be wrong. No, this could be wrong.
But anyway,
Watch Spider-Man 4 just be another street level movie like Javi wants. Well, hey, there goes that
dude,
shit.
Yeah.
you should see it, dude. Oh fuck, I'll talk about it in the Penguin review. Actually,
But here's
there's something funny that Mario theorized.
Oh no.
And it was completely wrong.
Okay.
We'll talk about it in the Penguin review.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then Sony themselves have been doing some. Oh, and here was another thing. I forgot to mention this. Before Tom Hardy said that, you know, hey, I'll be open to come back as Venom again.
Yeah.
Before that, the director of the movie or the writer, someone, did their own interview, and they said, "Listen, guys, Venom 3. This won't be the last time we'll see Null."
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah.
He said, and he literally said, "God is coming," teasing that Venom 3 was not going to be the last appearance of Null.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, shit was starting to line up for me, and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get Tom Holland Spider-Man and Tom Hardy
Here's the thing,
Venom
man.
crossover.
The concept is cool, right? Like, whoa.
Right.
But at the same time, bro, like, I don't really care for another multiverse movie. And honestly, quite frank, man, I want the Tom Holland that we got from the end of No Way Home. I want to see that. I don't want him to like jump in a portal and join up with Eddie Brock. Like, oh, yo, bro, let's go take out Null. It's like, nah, bro. Like, let's see some street level hero action shit with Spider-Man.
Yep.
Bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I want to see that.
I agree.
I don't
I'm on
want
the same
this
boat.
other shit. Even though it sounds cool, like,
Yeah.
I just don't want that right
Then you're gonna hate what I'm gonna say.
Oh, fuck. Don't tell me it's confirmed, bro.
You're gonna hate what I'm gonna say.
What?
this again, rumors, right?
Okay.
But the rumor is that there were original Spider-Man 4 plans that got scrapped to pursue the Null storyline.
No.
And the supposed scrapped Spider-Man 4 storyline, it's not scrapped. The rumors are saying that they still want to do this storyline,
But later on.
down the road.
Is it with Daredevil? Oh my god. Because I remember those rumors, like, oh, street level hero, it's gonna tie in with Daredevil and shit, and like, dude, now it kind of makes sense because those were the rumors, right? And then it was later confirmed that instead of Spider-Man, it was gonna be the Punisher. The Punisher is gonna make an appearance in Daredevil, Born Again, and so it's like, that sucks though.
So the rumors were saying that the original Spider-Man 4 plans was Spider-Man teaming up with Daredevil.
That would have been fire.
And getting together a street level group of Avengers together to take down the Kingpin.
That'd be fire, bro. I want to see that shit.
That's what I wanted to see too.
This whole Null shit, like, this should have been actually the last dance, and like, you should just stop it here. Be like, yo, fuck it, man. Sorry, but
yeah.
Like, I get it, man. The idea with Null and like, oh shit, it's Venom and Spider-Man together. Oh, potential symbiote suit with Spider-Man. Cool as fuck.
A potential fight between Venom and Spider-Man.
But man, I'm
just
over it, man.
But here's
I
the
want
thing.
to go back to I want to go over to the Spider-Man that we left off with No Way Home. I want to see that.
Yeah, and here's another thing that kind of confirms this rumor.
Ah, fuck.
The post-credit scene for Let There Be Carnage.
Okay.
Remember how Venom just like was in that hotel room in Mexico and then shit crazy?
Yeah.
And he ends up in the MCU. Remember he looked at the TV?
Oh, yeah.
And Tom Holland was on screen as Spider-Man, and he was like, that guy. And he licks the screen and shit.
Yeah.
So,
What the fuck does that mean?
like, well, that got retconned because,
Of course it did.
you know, in this movie, Eddie and Venom want to go to New York to run away from the police.
Yeah.
Not to pursue Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Even though the end of Let There Be Carnage alluded that they were going to pursue Spider-Man.
I hate that they did that. Man.
Yeah. But now, Eddie and Venom know who Tom Holland is. They saw him. So if they were to cross over, they'd know who he is. I saw you on the news.
Yeah.
Which would be a reference to that post-credit scene.
Yeah.
See that?
Fuck.
And there was this other thing I had. Fuck, I should really write these things down. There was this other thing that I had. I can't remember.
This is a cave shit pod.
That's true.
Anyway.
But
collaboration.
That was my rant. So I had to. This is basically what I pieced together, based on rumors that I've heard and shit.
It makes sense.
That what they want to do is that. And here's the thing: I made the educated guess that, hey, if Spider-Man 4 is going to be a multiverse movie, we're going to see Miles Morales. Okay. What if Null is in fact so powerful that Spider-Man and Venom crossing over, they don't stop there? And what if they do include Miles Morales? And fuck it, Spider-Man Noir. Or you know what, fuck it, Gwen Stacy. And a bunch of other characters. What if they bring back Toby and Andrew again?
That would be crazy.
And all three of them with Tom Hardy Venom and a Miles Morales.
So like,
and all of them fight against Null.
Like, that'd be cool. Like, on paper, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man. I just think, like, even though it's cool, man, I think I'd just rather prefer
the street level story.
Yeah, man.
With Daredevil. I do too.
I prefer that, bro.
I do too. And now here's the thing.
Especially if you've seen Daredevil, girl, Mario.
It's fire, dog.
And fucking Kingpin, bro.
It's fire, dog.
And Punisher, bro.
I gotta still see that one. But yeah, dude, they're fire.
Fire, man.
And here's another thing.
Fire, bro.
Let's tie all of it, now that we all know the details.
Okay.
Let's tie this back to the podcast that Tom Holland said. He said he read the script and said that this was the good one. And he said in the pod that he made it like a mission of his, that the story would be good, that it does justice to the fans, and that it would make sense making another Spider-Man movie and not making it for the sake of making another one. If you remember, I told Mario, maybe his definition of bringing justice to the fans is different than what we want. Sure. What if him is like, well, justice for the fans? Well, the fans love when we do multiverse shit, when we bring back OG Spider-Man characters crossing over with us, or crossing over current shit together with us. Like, people like that. Look at the box office numbers. There is, on record, 2 movies dealing with the multiverse that crossed $1 billion that proved that. No Way Home and Deadpool and Wolverine. Mm-hmm. So what if his definition of doing justice to the fans, it just means giving us fan service that we want to see?
That's true. Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? What if his definition of bringing justice to the fan, like, is not that? You know what I mean? You know.
I get you, bro. I get you. No, you're
where
right.
I'm like,
you're right.
Is that what he means? Because that's not what I want to see.
No.
I'd rather see a story that progresses Peter Parker's story.
Exactly.
Not another multiverse 2.5 hours, like,
and
fan service event.
And I'm assuming, because it'll be Spider-Man 4, so Marvel Studios will take care of it. So, because I was like, dude, if Sony's involved, fuck no. But
well, here's the thing. Now here's another connection that I made.
oh no.
If Spider-Man 4 really is a multiverse movie and he does doing these crossovers, who's to say he won't cross over with Morbius and Craven? I know, I'm stupid, right? I'm stupid, right? Am I though?
I would really.
Am I really? No, look, ready?
I'm stupid now, but when I'm right, who's really stupid?
This is another. This is our 30th theory that never came true.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I
Like,
know
hear
that-
me out. Hear me
No,
out. I'm
Mario's
cooking.
like-
I'm in the
For
lab.
the 30th time, I'm right. I swear to God, I'm right on this one. I have a feeling I'm right on this one.
just hang in there.
No, probably. I mean,
But here-
I don't doubt you. I feel like
But you
probably.
know, but here's the thing. I can't just throw shit out there, Hector. I need to have the facts with me. I need to have evidence. I can't just be like, bro, Wolverine's gonna cross over with Tom Holland. Where's the evidence? Like, I can't say that. If I'm saying something, it's because I got evidence to back it.
Okay.
So I'm saying, is there potential that we might see not just Tom Hardy Venom, but the other Sony characters cross over with Spider-Man? Okay. You know why? Do you remember the post-credit scene for Morbius?
No, I don't.
I really don't.
I can remind y'all. Okay. It was somehow, it never gets explained. I don't know how. But
wasn't it with Vulture?
So Vulture appears in the Sony universe.
Oh.
Why did I think that was the Venom one?
No, that was Morbius.
No.
And
Morbius, yeah.
I don't know how. Again, they never answer the question, but somehow Adrian Toomes gets transported into another fucking universe and he still has his Vulture gear. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah, so I don't know. They don't explain that. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that Vulture ends up in that universe. Then he goes and meets Morbius. He meets up with Michael Morbius. Remember that? And he goes, I don't know why. Remember that? Like, the dialogue was terrible, but he did say, Vulture said, I don't know why I'm here, but I think it has to do with Spider-Man. And I think if we pursued him, we would be in big trouble. Mm-hmm. And Morbius was like, okay. Black screen.
Yeah, and it's like, you're left to assume, it's like, oh shit, Sinister Six. You know what I mean? You think that's what's going to happen? Sinister Six shit? But I feel like Sinister Six could be its own thing.
That's true. And nah,
like
I would want to see them fight Spider-Man.
No, that's what I mean. Like, it's own, like, not like them pulling up with Venom and Tom Holland trying to fight Null. Like, I don't see that. Like,
no, right. But if they're going to go all the way.
Might as well, right? Fuck it. Madam Web. Yo. Madam Web.
But instead of her fighting out there, she's on the chair just guiding them like
fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
That's crazy as fuck.
But that's my rant. That was all the shit that I wanted to piece
everything's
together.
adding up, Hive.
And here's my 2 issues. Well, one of them we already talked about, right? Is that I didn't want to see another multiverse movie. I wanted to see a street level movie with Spider-Man. My second big issue, that Venom.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Venom.
That Venom. Yeah.
The fucking goofy, stupid one. We're gonna see him cross over with Spider-Man, bro.
That fits the
out
Marvel
of all
formula,
the
dude.
Venoms. But you know what though? They have to, because this is the only Venom that got movies that people recognize. And if you were to introduce a brand new Venom that no one's ever seen, no one's gonna really care about that Venom. Yeah. This one had a trilogy that made money, and people saw.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You're right. They have no choice. And it sucks because I just don't like that Venom.
And that's going to be the one that might potentially cross over with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Let that sink, bitch. You see?
You know what? Yeah, let it sink to the bottom of the ocean. Never to be seen again, bro. Like, how about that? Like, I don't want to see that.
What do you think, Mario?
It's just
I mean,
Of
I don't
all
want.
of this
I
that
don't.
I'm
I don't. I don't want. If it does happen, I just don't want it to be that Venom. But even then, you guys said you wanted a street level shit. I agree with that, but it seemed like you guys wanted it to be with like Daredevil and shit like that. I kind of want a street level shit where the main focus is literally just Tom Holland, like just him. I don't want a crossover with anybody, like just you and whatever the villain is of that film. That's what I want.
I mean, anything but a multiverse movie.
Yeah,
I would take anything but a multiverse movie. But now, like, seeing how things are lining up and the multiverse storyline.
I think what sold it for me was Andy Serkis being the voice behind Noel.
Oh yeah, him being Noel's
It's
cool.
because, like, bro, like you done too many. Like I said, all those characters. Plus, he was Snoke
yeah,
in the Star Wars films. Like, I'm like, there's no way. Like, you're too big just to do a little scene at the end. Like, you were in the film for like what, 5 minutes tops, max? Not even. Like, there's no way you signed up for that. Like, you have to be in other projects. So I think that's what really sold it for me. I'm not saying it's 100%, but I'm just like, you know what? That's what bought me into what you were saying. Was that? So I don't know. I'm with you. I want a street level shit, not another multiverse shit. Especially because I'm not a this. I think this was the Venom movie that I was like, you know what? I get the hate against Venom now for this one. I mean, I'm kind of annoyed of him.
I know they'll never do this. They will never in a million years. But if they were like Spider-Man and Venom crossover, but it's Venom from Spider-Man Insomniac 2 game. I'm getting hyped.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
What
But
if it was the Venom from Tobey Maguire's Venom?
that would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't think I've ever said it. I think I have said it on the pod. I'm gonna say it again. Fuck you guys. The Spider-Man 3 Venom is better than Tom Hardy Venom.
I could get
By a
I
long
could
shot.
get behind that.
Yeah.
By a long shot. At least that Venom. First of all, that Venom dealt with Spider-Man. That Venom has the spider symbol on his chest. And the storyline that Eddie Brock goes through in Spider-Man 3, while it wasn't done justice, I can admit that, does still go the way it does go down in the comics. Granted, it was rushed, and also that movie was balancing Harry Osborn as Goblin and Sandman at the same time. That movie's a fucking mess. I feel like if it was just Venom by himself without Sandman, without, all the other filler shit, Spider-Man 3 with just Venom would have been fire. They would have focused more on Eddie Brock as a character and blah, blah, blah.
The only critique I have with that Venom is his appearance, man.
Yeah, people say he's too small. He's not buff enough.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's just a normal ass body, but then like he has a bobblehead. Like his head looks huge. I don't know. I personally just don't like it. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
But him portraying as Venom, he's the best from the live action standpoint. He's way better. Yeah, he's better than
Tom Hardy.
Hardy for sure.
If it was that, I'd be like, all right.
But like combine his persona and combine his like the way he acts and put it to Tom Hardy's Venom, like the bigger one. Yo, that's solid. I think it's solid.
It's almost like you should play Spider-Man too.
I know I should. I know I will.
Because you
bro.
will get
I'll
that,
to it,
bro.
man.
Yeah, they do justice with.
I'm almost done with
That's
Silent
fine.
Hill. I'm almost done with it.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
almost down with Silent Hill 2. We're gonna be reviewing that as well, guys. If you guys are still for people listening, but okay, that's your rant. I mean, is that everything? Did
Yeah.
we cover everything? You have anything else to say, bro?
No, I don't think
Is that
so.
it?
I mean, you guys gave your thoughts, right? I said, what do you guys think
Yeah.
About
that, like the whole, like what I'm saying, the rumors, if they're true or not.
yeah,
blah, blah,
I mean,
blah.
yeah. I think I said it before. I'm kind of I'm over it. I want the street level shit. And if we do get to that point, then I mean,
Hopefully it's just good.
oh yeah, hopefully it's good, right? Like at least a 7, right?
Yeah, bro.
At least a 7. Fuck it. But we just gotta wait and see,
Yeah,
man.
man.
But everything does add up.
Another thing, I guess this kind of is irrelevant, but I guess it adds on to it is, I heard that Spider-Man 4 and Dune Messiah are both planning to start filming next year around the same time, which begs the question, how big of a prominent character will Zendaya be in Spider-Man 4? Since she needs to have a bigger role in Dune Messiah.
Probably not a big role because at this point we're left to assume that she just doesn't know who fucking Tom Holland is. or Peter Parker.
That too, but also if it is a multiverse movie where Spider-Man will most likely not be in his own universe, then you can't really see much of Zendaya.
Yeah.
Which further proves that kind of like
Yikes.
you see how like shit's
Yikes.
adding up, bro?
Yeah, man.
Every little piece of detail that I find out, bro, just sets that rumor. Like
We should have like a giant like clipboard, like a visionary board, and like do the typical like put pictures up with the red lines and all
Yeah,
that
like
shit.
tying them like, well, this ties with
this is
this.
connected to that. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, bro.
That's funny.
But you know, I never understood about those boards. I know this is funny. Like, is they do that, but why not just like put them in order? Like, you don't have to do the lines. I guess when they just stick it on there and then they all look at it and they do it, but it's like why? But anyway, that's just
I know
something
what you
funny.
mean. I know what you mean.
But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, bro.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
I don't
But-
know, bro. And here's the thing. Here's another thing. If they all do crossover, I mean, I guess that furthers Secret Wars.
That's true.
Because Secret Wars is literally the best champions of every multiverse fighting against each other. You might as well throw all these characters in for Secret Wars. One thing that sucks is that we're not going to see Spider-Man in Doomsday because that movie will start filming at the same time as Doomsday. And movie-wise, Spider-Man 4 comes out 2 months after Doomsday in scheduled release date. So, I mean, I know he'll be there for Secret Wars. I would have liked to have seen him in Doomsday, but I mean, them crossing over, like, it would make sense for this multiverse movie, Spider-Man 4, to tie into like, what's the word? Transition to Secret Wars, because they're already together. What if, like, Doomsday, right? They just grab all of them, like, put them in Battle World. See what I mean?
Yeah. That makes
I don't know, man. We'll see. The point is, though, if there's anything you can take away from this, is that they took Blade off the release dates.
Oh yeah,
I did see that.
I saw that.
I know you're mad as hell.
So I guess Blade ain't happening, man.
It's delayed indefinitely.
Oh, that
That
sucks.
sucks, dude. I feel bad for the actor.
But honestly,
right,
bro,
man.
if it's because like they're trying to find the right fit, you know what I mean, then fuck it, that's fine. I want it to be delayed as long as like it's good. If it's delayed this entire time and we finally get it and it's fucking trash, I'll be like, what the fuck was the delays for?
What if they
Yeah.
cancel the movie?
that would really suck.
That would really, that would really suck.
Because what was the point of that end credit scene?
Yeah, the end credit scene. What was it? Where was it at? Again?
Eternals.
Eternals. Yep. To be fair, nobody talking about Eternals, bro. Eternals is forgotten, bro.
Yeah.
And especially that one, wasn't it Eternals with the
Celestial.
The Celestial, but the end credit scene was Star Fox with
Yes.
fucking, what was it from Henry from One Direction? Was it
Harry.
Harry.
Styles.
I said Henry, my bad. Harry.
Yeah. That was weird. When I saw that, I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
he?
right?
He? I'm like, what the fuck is he
what are we
doing here?
with him? Dude, there's so much shit that's like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
I know.
But whatever. Bro.
That's fucking weird.
I guess what she's.
Yeah, when I saw that, bro, I was thrown the fuck off. I liked Eternals, though. I don't get the hate for it.
It was okay.
I didn't think Eternals was bad, bro. Like
I
what
don't think
people
it's
were
bad
talking
either.
about.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was trash.
I don't think it's trash either. I think it was like the most movie in Marvel.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate on Shang-Chi,
I think
too.
I
You know
enjoyed
that?
Eternals. I enjoyed Eternals more than the Marvels,
Same here. You know, people hate on Shang-Chi now?
which is kind of shocking, bro. I didn't think Shang-Chi was a bad movie either.
I didn't. I enjoyed
it
it
was
more
solid.
than Eternals. I would say that I enjoyed it more than Eternals.
Mm.
Like I liked
that,
it a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah,
I liked
yeah,
it because
I
it made me.
agree,
It made me feel, and I don't know. This might be a bad thing for some people. It made me feel like I wasn't watching a Marvel movie, even though it was a Marvel movie.
I get you. I know what you mean.
Because it felt so different. I was like, you know what? I actually like that because it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like a Marvel movie.
That makes sense.
And people hate on it, I think, for that reason.
That is true. That is weird. I did see the switch up on that.
I don't know.
You know what I noticed? That this Venom movie also retconned the biggest theory that people were having, and that was, is this Sony universe connected to a Spider-Man universe? You know how a lot of people were theorizing that this Sony universe was Andrew's, and then the Morbius trailer showed Toby, right, or whatever the fuck, in a poster. This movie retconned that it doesn't belong to any Spider-Man universe because the hitchhiker dude, Martin, I know you guys didn't catch this. I did. The actor who plays them,
I didn't catch it.
that's Lizard from the first Amazing Spider-Man movie.
Damn, really?
That's the Lizard.
I did not.
Clearly,
catch
that's
that.
not Kurt Connors. That's Martin, the hippie
Yeah.
dad. And he goes to New York, unlike Let There Be Carnage, to pursue Peter Parker. That guy licks the screen. They just go because I want to see Lady Liberty. And when they get there, there's no mention of Spider-Man when they get there. When
Yeah.
Eddie gets there finally, there's no mention of Spider-Man. So that pretty much laid to rest the theory that this Sony universe is connected to a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And if it is,
right.
it's going to be a Spider-Man we've never seen before. A fourth Spider-Man.
You're right.
Also, I
catch
should
that.
probably...
How would you feel like if they pulled what movie was it? Fuck. Shazam 2, where at the end of the movie, when they're at Statue of Liberty, right, and then Brock's just looking at Statue of Liberty, all of a sudden you hear that, what is that? Oh, that's Superman. Or you hear like commotion, and like, what is that? Like, oh my God, it's him. It's Spot, and then it just goes away, and you just see like Brock's reaction to like seeing him. You know what I mean?
From Shazam?
Because you know how Shazam had Superman at the end, but it was just...
Oh, you're making it... Oh, the like, headless Superman.
Like, you don't see the Spider-Man, but you see, like, oh my God, there is a Spider-Man in this universe. You just
didn't know who it was.
Just
well, then that's going to spark theories of...
But how would you feel? I'm asking how you would feel. Like, would that
if
get
Venom
you hyped?
3 ended like that?
Yeah, because technically that was, like, the last scene, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
that
where
last
they
scene?
go to where Eddie Brock is in New York and he's like catches someone.
And as he's watching it, he hears commotion. Like, what is
Oh,
that?
like
my
you
God,
just see a
it's him.
shadow swinging
Or
past the...
something,
Yeah. And he just turns around and is like, oh my God.
Well, in that case, I would probably theorize that Null would be a threat to the Sony universe and not the MCU, and it would not include Tom Holland at all.
Would it raise the score for you on the movie?
If I saw Spider-Man, if I saw a shadow of a man swinging,
Yeah, the headless Superman.
It could be
Shazam
Tarzan for all I
rose
know.
the point up. Yes. Yes.
it could be Tarzan swinging, bro.
No, the end credits scene for Black Adam was up there for me.
Oh, we know.
This is a 10 out of 10.
This is a 10 out
It's
of
been
10.
a while. This is the worst listeners.
It would,
That's fucking funny.
no, it would not raise a point.
All right.
It would raise questions because now the question is, well, what Spider-Man is that? It can't be Andrew.
That's fucking funny.
Better not be, and it can't be Toby. Well, actually, it could be Toby. Fuck. But yeah, it would raise the question. Well, who is that? And Tom Hardy said he would come back and do another Venom. So what? Venom 4, and he fights Spider-Man.
Oh God, no, please.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, but
All right.
that's pretty much everything.
That's pretty much everything, guys. Holy crap. This is an entertaining episode.
Yep.
How long is this?
2 hours.
Long as hell. But hey, man, I was back, bro. And we have our cool theories, man. And speaking of theories, let us know what you guys have in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.
Peace.
See you.